Hello everyone, welcome to 3D Screenplays Pathfinder Campaign Less Than 2 Episode 4. Let me get to the players. I do this every time. I really should just move stuff. There we are! They exist!
Hello.
Obviously.
Hey. My name's Steven and I'm here to play.
Steven.
Even though your name says Nathan.
Yeah.
And Molly.
Nathan and Molly. And Elvis and Batchild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, here's our synopsis for the last episode. Baby on board. The party spent time shopping and prepping for the voyage before setting off before sunset, believing it was a better plan to travel at night rather than in the heat of the day. After a day of travel, the party found what appeared to be a rock surrounded by flies. As Felicity chose to investigate, she discovered the rock to be a death dog known for their parasites and dangerous nature. The party managed to sneak around the creature and avoid a blade buried in the sand. Felicity took the time to extract the blade and found it to be an alchemical silver falcata. She further extracted the body and found nail caps of alchemical silver, which she took and donned. Preparing to sleep, the party found a cave and entered, but found it to have the distinct sense of death dogs. In an attempt to flee the parasites, Molly detonated a firebomb and the party attempted to flee but was pursued and attacked by the dogs. The party managed to escape by incapacitating both creatures. The party rested during the day and advanced through the desert. Tectun cured Felicity of wormpox. The party continued uneventfully until they realized they, in fact, did not own a map. Felicity decided she would draw a map from memory. The party was not aware it was mirrored from the actual map. The party talked about the bleaching, their past, and captaining styles. Several days later, the party entered the swamp, the Grave of the Greedy, and found the road in somewhat disrepair, including a carriage some distance away partially submerged in the mud. It appeared recently painted, but Felicity noticed the paint stopped at the mud line, and it was painted after sinking. Molly advanced to the carriage while Felicity climbed a tree to survey the area and blinded herself with a leaf. Molly started looting the carriage, including a well-dressed manacled skeleton from where she took a pearl ring and a pearl necklace. As Felicity was stealthing and keeping watch, she noticed a group of 3 bandits sneaking in behind the carriage and Tectun. Felicity drew her new falcata and charged the thieves, intimidating all of them. Felicity and Tectun fought the crowd while Molly, totally unaware, was looting silver and meskets from the carriage. Upon finally noticing the battle, Molly shot silverware from a sling, missing the party members in addition to the enemies. The party survived, although injured. After looting the bodies, the party found some goodies as well as a horse whistle. After blowing, 3 horses showed up, one holding a bassinet with a crying Samsaran baby. Although Felicity attempted to scare the horse away with the infant, she was unsuccessful.
You could have left that out.
Deciding to keep the horses, the party spoke to Tectun and learned about Samsaran culture, birth, and death. The party decided to take the baby to the settlement of Corcus and Corcus Lake. They named the baby Famine and the horse's death, Pestilence, and War. Several days later, the party arrived at the edge of Corcus and prepared to enter the Samsaran settlement.
It's really funny to hear all of that boiled down.
The thing is it felt like an episode where we did nothing.
Yeah,
but you did a
how
lot.
much insane stuff we did. Also, one quick correction. You said the party incapacitated the death dogs. That was Molly. That was your girl right here.
No, we always share.
Oh, but
we're a team.
But I wasn't included in fighting the bandits. I was blissfully unaware picking mess kits out of the dirt.
Yeah,
but you
chucking them
also
at my
didn't
head.
try and scare the baby horse away.
Yeah, I kissed it on the cheek and nursed it back to health with fish water. Thank you.
Oh, I forgot to include that.
Yeah. Yeah, the most important part of the episode, the fish water. That time I mixed fish and water. Like, the most elegant cuisine.
That's just the ocean.
No, you
Yeah,
definitely took care of the death
I just
dogs
made the ocean.
single-handedly.
I will
Felicity was
correct
too grossed out
Yeah,
to
thank
survive.
you. You don't actually have to correct it. I just want, for anybody listening, for us exclusively.
Well, yeah, what else are we going to do?
Yeah,
All right.
I'm buying for time.
So it's now evening. You guys see Corcus Lake and a very large wall that is surrounding it. Let me pull up my notes on Corcus Lake. Or rather, Corcus in Corcus Lake. So this is an old wooden stone town, a lot of tall watchtowers, and it is ringed. You see a lot of individuals walking around. It is not dark enough that you don't see their skin color, and it is almost exclusively blue in this area,
Ooh,
people-wise.
okay.
Everything else, there's other colors.
Can I make a quick craft check to adjust the sign that says baby on board to say blue baby on board?
Sure.
Is that a good idea?
It's a carving.
Is this going to screw us up?
I don't know.
I'm going to leave it as is just because I know they're rare and sought after. So
All
yeah,
right.
maybe if I put blue baby on board, it's going to draw unnecessary attention elsewhere.
You'd also be carving it into the... Because there's no sign. You carved it
Yeah.
directly into the... Yeah.
Yeah, they did what I had to do.
So, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to advance? Do you want to scout? Do you want to throw the baby overboard and leave?
Just chuck it over the wall.
Build a
I found this.
trebuchet. I think we should probably see if we can't stop in for the night.
Yeah, I mean, a place to sleep would be dope if
Yeah.
they'll let us. I mean, we are regifting a child.
We did just spend 2 weeks wandering into traps, so like maybe like one good night stay, like safe place would be a good call.
So, as Tectoon told you, they're kind of a... Or maybe they didn't. So Tectoon informs you they are a very defensive culture because they are normally sought after for various parts of their body as well as their talents and possible knowledge of history. So erring on the side of caution with them is very good. The fact that we have a child will probably set you in their good graces.
Okay.
Just be aware for some hesitancy and
Should we like strap the baby to you? So that it's just out. You know, we have
I'll just
this
hold the baby. Let's get Tectoon up front too. Let's get everybody in our party visible from the front of the wagon.
Okay.
Just so it's like...
Are you
no
still riding the
surprises.
horse?
I think
yeah.
it was, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay, so you and Tectoon are in the wagon, you're on the horse,
Yeah.
and you're riding Death, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you advance up to this gate where there's probably 4 Samsarans that are looking down at you. 20-foot wall, 20-foot gate. Very excessive for a small village, but understandable based off of what you've gathered. They look over at you. Hello.
Hi.
Can we help you?
We're just returning something that we found.
Okay,
A baby.
we're returning
A
a child
person.
that we found. A
didn't
living
mean to-
being.
That's not what I meant.
They look over to try and see.
Molly like gets up and like adjusts the swaddling
No, you
cloth.
should like Lion King the baby.
Molly gets some of her own valuable gnome blood and does no, God no, that's insane. I'm just gonna like hold it so it's visible, but like I'm not gonna like pick up a baby and do this.
Okay, you're just gonna kind of like...
Yeah, I just want it to be
Child.
like obvious, like we're trying to. I want to make sure that they don't think we're like malicious in any of this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why don't you roll a spellcraft check for me?
Spellcraft?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's sweet. 13.
You recognize that there is a spell that they're casting, but you don't know what it is. And then the gates start to open. Come on in.
Okay.
Wow, that was easy.
Gates open. And they let you in.
I whisper to Tectoon, like, Tectoon, did you get
They were detecting life.
Oh, yeah, okay.
See, the baby is alive, and that is in fact Samsaran.
Yeah, sorry. Also, whispering on
That's so
whispering on
sad.
mic's probably not a great call, so I'm not going to do that. I don't know if that came through, but
So,
yeah.
you're welcomed into the building, and immediately there's a large number of Samsaran people that have gathered around you, and it's a little unsettling to see a lot of just white eyes. There's no pupils, no irises, nothing that are just staring at you, or you assume to be staring at you or in your general direction.
Yeah.
And several of them come up and reach out for the child.
I look for the one with the most authority.
We probably shouldn't just hand the baby
I don't
over
want to
to
just hand a
anyone.
baby to like a civilian. I
Okay.
guess I just don't know like the customs. Maybe
Is there a guard near? I mean, obviously.
There's several guards. There appears to be someone who has like a staff that they're kind of walking with. Who could
Okay.
there be like some witch doctor, shaman type of...
I'm gonna flag that individual over and then hand. I want to make it. I don't want to make it seem like I'm not giving the baby to anybody, but I just want to like, as I'm sort of like putting the child out to everyone, I want to flag that one and be like, hey, I feel a lot better giving it to you.
So you hear a lot of a language that you're not familiar with going around. It sounds like a mix of modern and ancient. You don't quite have a base for it. There's
Okay.
also some common that's going around that you're gathering.
Yeah.
The individual with the staff hands their staff over to someone else and takes the baby.
Mm-hmm.
And then they look to you. Does the child have a name?
Not that we know of.
You see that they're checking the child for diseases and checking
Oh.
make sure that they're not injured.
We found there was a band of ruffians
Yeah.
that we encountered
And Tecton.
with
Yeah.
this
Ruffian.
with this baby in tow, and we
Yeah.
just figured the best thing to do would be to return it.
I believe that I heard one of the ruffians mention the baby's name was Famine. I don't know who would name a child something like that.
Quite a name.
You can probably think of something better.
I
don't
bet you
think
could
the
change
baby
that.
cares.
Yeah.
So interestingly enough, they take we as a people take our first name with our new lives is given to us, and our last name is our previous life.
Oh.
So it's kind of you can trace a person's line back.
Very cool.
Ooh. So how, like, what does that tracing look like for a child like this? How would you do that?
Well, what we do is we wait for the child to age and then see if they remember, and we have life wheels, and then they realize that they're having this conversation. Would you like to eat?
I have been sitting on this plank of wood for 2.5 weeks. I would love to be anywhere else.
So we don't have an inn, but you're welcome to come and stay with one of us for the night, and we'll also cook you a meal. And
That would be amazing. We really just need a pit stop.
Yeah.
Like just a night.
Yeah.
so they take you to what appears to be the mayor's house, and there's kind of a crowd that's following you guys.
Oh.
How often does this happen? I ask him.
Bringing a child?
Yeah.
Not often enough. Most of our children we hear of are experimented on or killed or so.
Can I look with like some understanding as a gnome, like, or like try and relate to them on that level in some way there? Just be like, I feel that.
Sure. Why don't you roll like an influence check?
Influence?
Yeah.
7.
They look at you and they're like, one of them taps your shoulder.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
so what happens is, luckily or unluckily, depending on your view, those children are hopefully reborn again, and then they'll just keep coming back until they make it.
Gosh.
There's a number of us that have memories of lifetimes that were barely a lifetime.
That's horrifying.
It is.
Yeah, I'm always going to sit with that for a second.
As you're walking towards one of the houses, you notice what is a very large building. And it has, in common and in Samsaran, it says the Journal Anatheum. And this is the library that Tecton talked about, where they keep all of the old journals
Oh, wow.
of previous lifetimes. the one that's been attempted to be destroyed several times by different forces.
Do you let people in there?
We're very protective of our library. After the attempts to destroy it,
Makes sense.
the entire history of our people and as much of the history of the world as we possessed exists is in that library. Did you happen to find one at all near this child?
Did we look through the saddlebags?
Yeah, I searched the saddlebags.
I don't think we did.
Didn't find anything.
I'm going to share where we found the child, though, and say, hey, if you'd like to search around, we didn't see anything. But obviously, you have the incentive to be more thorough. So
You see them pull out a map. Can you show us where?
I pull out Felicity's map.
I'm so excited. I absolutely can show you where. What should I roll for that?
Influence, whether that...
Influence? Okay.
It's kind of like a bluff, but also...
yeah.
But also you're very convinced.
But I'm convinced. I've convinced myself.
Yeah.
So it's really just a
I
persuasion
know
check.
exactly. So am I doing it as a bluff?
Yeah, influence.
Okay, so 9 plus... It's a 17.
All right. So you're able to kind of describe the area where you found them, which is the swamp. And then looking at the map that you provided, there's a moment where there's some kind of muttering between them. And they're like, you said it's right here?
Correct.
And did you sail here?
Well, I mean, we sailed to the continent.
But after you caught after you found the child, you...
No, we traveled by wagon.
Oh!
Through here, you see?
You can see
Look,
that...
I have my own map. It's very good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. See, I don't know if yours is a little outdated, but, like, this is...
Have you erased the river by this point? The obvious river that we've been traveling along? Or did that stay on?
I think that stayed on under protest, because I think I lost that check.
But then you watch as they take it and they hold it up towards the sun. They're like, this is a beautiful map, but it looks like it was drawn in reverse.
No.
But it's incredibly accurate.
Thank you. I know. I mind like a steel
This
trap.
is really smart, because if you draw on the opposite side, then you can make markings without disrupting the map itself.
That's exactly what I was planning. Oh my gosh. See, they understand how smart I am. You have no appreciation.
That was a correct statement.
So it looks like you were working on the opposite continent because you hadn't flipped the map.
Oh, it
But
happens.
it makes a lot of sense, because there's a river and the forest.
See,
Yeah.
I knew we
I
were
guess
the
let me
whole time.
erase my incredibly accurate river.
See, your river was in the wrong spot. I told you this.
I'm so upset. Molly is so upset. Molly just struck out on a lovely conversation piece with somebody. It's just acknowledges the fact that she was the only one that really thought we should bring the child in here, and now you're just being showered in praise. And she's just like,
I don't know why you're so angry all the time.
yeah, I don't know why you're so bitchy all the time.
You two need some food.
Oh my god.
What do you prefer to eat?
Do you have any fish?
Oh yeah, we have the lake.
I would love anything but a fish, please.
Okay.
Vegetables? Do you have vegetables?
Oh yeah, we have a very large natural garden.
Let's hop into that world.
All right. So as you walk in to this home, there's a family that's already preparing food, and they don't even seem to question that you've walked into their home with what appears to be this person of power.
Mm-hmm.
They just smile. It's like, oh, are we having guests? It's like, yeah, you're having 3 individuals, and do you have room for them tonight? No, oh, absolutely. So they start frying up food, and this crowd has kind of followed you. It looks like this house has a very large seating area, but people continue to, they open windows and they kind of take seats outside. It feels like this is a very community-based organization. And they kind of sit down. So we need to thank you. What are your names?
What's her name?
Your actual name or
No.
your fake name?
Wait,
The first fake name?
Are we doing fake names?
I think we could do real names.
Do real names?
Yeah. Should we do fake names then? No, I'm gonna do real names. My name's Molly.
Molly. Tech2
Yeah.
introduces himself.
Felicity.
Thank you very much for returning.
It was on the way.
Yeah. Can I just take a moment real quick? There's some not so positive stuff associated with those names, people looking for those names. So
I mean, we're
maybe
obviously
we leave
good
that.
people, so you don't need to worry about that.
But yeah, some negative people looking for those names. I just wanted to let you know, if anybody comes asking for us, they might not have the best of intentions.
Well, you don't have to worry. We don't generally let anyone in here.
Oh,
It's
sweet.
probably smart.
Okay, yeah.
Well, thank you. You don't understand how important this is. We have very limited abilities to offer anything being in the state that we're at. Do you have questions about history or parts of the world, something we may have access to in our collective records? You notice almost everyone has a journal attached to their hip of varying size. Some of them, the pages are yellow and frayed, and the new ones are pure white. It appears that these are very old continued journals. Some people just have very thin journals, and there's a few that don't have any at all, mostly children.
Aww. Okay.
We're happy to talk about what we can about our people as well.
Can I show them the Dark Tower sigil?
Oh, the one that you found on the...
Because that's the same people that we're delivering the box for, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Delivering the other goods. You just kind of show them the sigil and you say anything about it.
Do you know anything about this society?
There's a bit of a gasp.
Oh, sorry.
That is the vampire colony to the north.
Right.
Raven Rock.
Right.
Where did you get this?
We found it.
Well, it's exceedingly dangerous to be very careful with it.
The sigil itself?
It can be. The sigil has a lot of power. So if you don't want people to know, especially on Monstran, that you're working for the vampire colony, be careful who you show this to.
I mean, do we need the sigil?
Well, I mean, it's probably on the item.
Yeah, it's sealed on that paper.
Oh, okay.
The item that we're carrying for... what's its face?
Mm-hmm.
And I would be especially careful because they will find you tasty like we are considered tasty. I don't know about you.
I'm not tasty.
No, she's delicious.
I pride myself on not being tasty. I'm beautiful, but I'm not tasty.
Oh, yes, of course you are.
It'd be miserable to fry, too, because the oil just wicks right off.
There's a child that kind of comes up and starts petting your fur. Can I brush you?
Sure.
And this child pulls out what appears to be like an elegant ivory brush.
Oh my god.
And just starts brushing your hair.
There's like maybe a little bit of a purr.
So, out of curiosity, it's more recent history. I asked Felicity, can we show them your sail or your curtain?
I suppose.
We're looking for a little bit more info on a ship.
Okay.
I kind of know timeline, right?
Ish.
Because it was passing through
Florius's hideout, or no, Florius's Smuggler's Inlet.
Yes.
Like the 6 months ago.
Right, and then we kind of lost it from there. Right, we don't really know where the outfit.
You know, it was going towards Gales.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So you kind of pass on this information, trying to gather more.
Have you guys heard tale of it recently?
You watch as everyone pulls out their journal and starts flipping through it.
So cute.
And I need you to roll a percentile die for me.
Okay. 21.
One of them, a person who's probably 40 or 50 years old. Ah! I have something. So...
I run over to them.
Yeah. It's written in a language you don't understand, but they start reading. It looks like Captain Redclaw went to Gales to... I have to reference all my notes. It looks like they were starting to build a navy to control the oceans and dominate a trade route starting with the Galilean Isles.
They were building their own navy?
It sounds like that's what they were trying to do.
With who?
It looks like it was just an attempt to accumulate anyone that they could into it. It sounds like they were trying to ally with merfolk, as well as the freelands of Avak, the last freelance of Avak, which is on Talia. It sounds like what they were attempting to do is basically cut east, west, north, and south off, and then take tax or cut of all goods that were being transported.
Right. So, like, basically run a toll.
Essentially.
On all of those trade routes.
Oh my god. Molly is so annoyed at that. It's
I'm
just
like kind of angry I didn't think of it myself.
But they want to be pirates so that they can just be a government? That's so bullshit.
It's not a government, more it's a collective.
Yeah, but it's just, I don't know. Just like the idea of like becoming a pirate just to impose some bullshit structure on something seems so backwards to me. That seems backwards to Molly, that's what I'll say.
I don't know. Oh, I'm so angry.
They're all gonna die, don't worry.
So when did you hear of this? Like, how long ago did they start this? Do you know?
8 months ago was the last time I heard something about it. And then I left the service and came back. I encountered them on my travels.
Oh. Did you encounter Redclaw?
I did. He was very friendly and exceedingly scary.
Annoying.
And he was destroying the ship and like renovating it. It was...
Yeah, well, he never had any taste. So
Scarlet red was kind of the color of choice that they were going with.
Isn't that what it was before?
Ruby. So it was like a deeper red.
Now, different red.
Now it's like...
Really?
Like, imagine like fire
like
engine.
Ferrari red.
Yeah.
Ugh. White trash.
Red trash.
Yeah, red trash. Let's just get a better boat and go fuck up that boat.
It's a ship?
Molly eats her fucking vegetables.
Which are delicious, by the way.
Thank you.
It's like a stir fry with a very light vinegar-based peanut sauce.
Molly's having a great time.
I'm just saying, I would not captain a boat. It's a ship. It's a beautiful ship. It's the best goddamn ship.
And now it's just a delightful red color. Now it's everybody's favorite shade of red. I'm just saying, at what point do we cut our losses?
Favorite shade of red? I'm sorry. No.
That was a joke.
Thank you.
That was meant to be a joke.
Okay.
You've got to...
Do you have some investment in this ship? Because they're noticing, everyone's kind of leaning in and curious about what's going on. We don't hear a lot about the outside world, so we're happy to listen.
Are you going to write it down in your rule book?
Don't be a dick.
Do you want us to?
I don't know.
How? Someone comes up and just kind of taps your arm. Why don't you talk? And we'll go from there. Someone passes you a dessert, which is like a big fluffy baked good, drizzled with chocolate and hazelnuts.
Molly is just like finds somewhere soft to like lay down, like a couch or a chaise or something, and it's just like eating pastry, just like.
And an older woman comes up and starts cleaning your wounds.
Oh, thank you. She like totally disconnects from this conversation. Is like done trying to protect Felicity, like socially, because clearly it's not helping.
I don't need protection. I'm gonna dig my own grave and I'll be fine.
Yeah, Molly wanders out of your shop.
Yeah, I guess Felicity spills the beans and is like, yeah, you know, I used to kind of run that ship. Like it was mine.
You were the original Captain Redclaw?
I was not the original, but like...
You took the name.
I did. Yeah.
And then they took the name from you.
Yes.
Bastards.
Forcefully, I might add. I got it through inheritance and goodwill because I was good at my job. And somebody...
The child keeps brushing your hair and is scritching behind your ears.
Oh my god. And then my first mate took issue and decided I wasn't doing a good job anymore. And for some reason, everyone kind of agreed with him. And it's just weird.
That must have been very tough for you.
It was.
Sounds like you're still processing a lot.
It's a lot of trauma. But, you know, I'm stronger than it. You know? And I'll get my shit back.
And your friend seems to care very deeply about you finding out what's going on with your ship.
She's been supportive.
Well, I hope...
I probably don't outwardly appreciate her as much as I should.
Well, that's easy to fix.
I don't think so.
Cute, thank you. You had an opportunity.
Well, that's something you can learn. Trust me, it took me a few lifetimes to do it. But you seem smart enough you can pick it up in one.
I'm so smart. Thank you. Thank you for recognizing that.
There's kind of a knowing smile as they...
Really means a lot, you know? It's just... I am smart. I drew a great map.
You did.
I got us here.
You did.
Alone, you're right. You did all of that alone.
Good thing you're out of earshot.
Yeah. Mom's having a great time.
You're being pampered.
Yes.
You're having your fish. It's served up to you.
So we have like an 8-month window here. Would they know anything about Daddy Felicity? Like my merchant father?
You'd have to ask them and figure out how you're going to ask them to, because the more detail you can provide is probably better when you have hundreds of lifetimes.
Just a living encyclopedia.
Yeah.
It's cool, right? I can just use that to my own ends. Totally.
They appear to have been excited to offer you some help
morally
in exchange
ambiguous.
for the child.
I guess I'll give them my mom's name, Belle Panteri.
Belle Panteri.
She was married briefly. No, not married. Intertwined briefly with this merchant.
Do you know anything about him?
Hi, he's rich. That's all. Truly, that's all she knows.
We can try. Why don't you roll a percentile die? Is she still alive?
No. It's been so long since I wrote all of it.
I know, that's why.
23.
They kind of focus like, unfortunately, we don't really know.
It was worth a shot. I don't have a lot of details.
Well, it's a place to start. Have you tried, if you know some good clerics, you could always speak with dead and get their name.
That wouldn't be traumatic at all.
Some people it would be, but we're used to dying. So, death is a normal part of the life cycle.
Oh, like speak to one of their clerics? Or
Well,
what?
You have a cleric raise your mom to speak with dead.
Oh, that sounds fun.
But, again, we're very comfortable talking about death.
Sure. I'll keep it in mind.
Yeah.
Thank you. I truly appreciate the information.
Of course. Anything else?
Just what this kid is doing to my hair is great. I'm feeling cozy.
They're like, do you want me to wash it?
No.
Are you sure you got some worms in here?
Oh God, worms? Okay. Yeah, yeah, maybe just...
Okay,
yeah.
so they're scrubbing at your head a little bit. We jump over to you. Do you have any questions? As they're wiping off the last of your wounds.
We got information. God, I'm nervous to do this in, like, right here. So I don't remember if we ever settled on names for a specific moment in my backstory, or locations even.
Okay.
So should we take 30 seconds and do that now?
Yeah.
Or should we...
We can do whatever you want to do.
Okay. Do we want to do that on camera or off camera?
We can do it on camera if you want to do that.
Okay. Well, I just need a name of that nobleman, as well as a place where they may have been setting up.
You'll have to remind me the nobleman.
There's only one nobleman in my backstory. It was basically the
Duke that...
Yeah,
the
Duke.
Okay.
So my instincts are to say, I guess I don't really know much about the sovereign state of Radabom, if it's like very like militaristic or like.
Are you looking for someplace militaristic? Especially?
I'm looking for somewhere kind of like uptight, even like the Confederacy of Markets, maybe.
The Ensign Empire would be your best bet.
The Instant Empire.
Yeah, the Ensign Empire, which was near where you were under Vernia.
Let's do that.
Okay, so you're the Ensign Empire, and nobility. It's generally after the Ensign family or a derivative, so you can call it the Envy.
The Envy.
Or the, hang on, let me see. Adsin, A-D-S-I-N, is the last name of the nobleman.
Nobleman Adsin.
Yeah, the Duke who captured, tortured, and dismantled your guild.
Okay, I need to write that down. So, Adsin, let's give him a first name. He's got to have a rough first name.
Like Beth.
Beth Adsin.
Call it, how about Auvergne?
Auvergne Adsin? Oh, that's rough. Auvergne Adsin, the 32nd.
Alright, yep.
No, he can't have that much.
Auvergne Adsin. He's a minor duke.
He's a first. There's no others.
Alright.
Yeah.
So you now have Auvergne Adsin.
Yeah. She's like, okay, so I turn to that individual. I'm looking for information on a lesser lord in the Ensign Empire.
Oh.
Auvergne Adsin.
Why don't you roll a percentile die? Anything else that you reveal about them to these?
I just need to know if he's still around. 60 even.
They all start flipping through their books.
Yeah.
3 years ago, he was alive. He killed a bunch of people. 4 years he was alive, killed more people. This was the war where he exterminated a lot of the Vanara. You hear that there's a lot of this talking back and forth. As far as we can tell, as of up to 2 years ago, he's still alive. This took him about 30 minutes to go through all of their journals.
So, alive within the past 2 years.
Correct.
Any mention of like a change in location?
No, it would be dangerous for them to leave the Ensign Empire. So, to put it in perspective, the Ensign Empire is very similar to North Korea if they were competent. Or at least moderately competent.
Alright. You know, believe it or not, that was actually quite helpful. So thank you.
Of course, when you barter in history, it's only sometimes useful.
Yeah, well, you know, a lot can happen in 2 years, but it typically doesn't. So that's a good sign.
No, usually not. Not much happens in a lifetime either.
I'm going to make sure a lot happens in this lifetime, don't you worry.
I have faith in you. And then the person with the staff walks up. As someone who has brought a child to us, you receive a very rare honor of helping us choose a name.
You don't want us to help with that. We
We
already gave it the name Famine.
We fucked up. We gave it the name Famine. We just thought there were 3 horses and a baby. Let's go with the only thing we know 4 of.
You're welcome to choose a different name, but it's customary.
Oh,
Okay.
You would like us to do this?
Yes.
Um,
It ties you to us.
let's name it... I glance at Tectune. Tectune Jr.
Oh my god.
They're both blue.
So, are you being racist towards blue things?
No,
You
I
think
just
that
think
all
it's a
blue
good
things are
name.
the
Tech-tuned
same?
I think it's a beautiful name. Okay. What
We don't do Junior, but we could do Tech-tune.
could do Tech-tune? Ooh. Well, okay.
I don't know that the world needs 2 tech tunes.
That's rude.
No,
But
I mean like.
understood.
Tech-tune is laughing. It's
Yeah. Let's. I don't really have anyone
They're
I want to
a
name
boy.
it after.
Tech-tune
They're a
said.
boy. They're a boy. I don't know what
Or
I
at
want to
least-
name it after.
They have male genitalia.
Yes.
Not that
Thank
that
you
means
for being
anything.
so understanding for the child's future. You never know.
You never do.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is so much pressure. We're so bad.
Remember,
at
it's just
naming
one
things.
lifetime.
Oh my god!
Whole lifetime.
You said that they keep their names though.
Just one lifetime, and then it goes to the last name, and then it keeps going. It's okay.
Let's name him Pyloon after the barkeep at that inn that saved us.
Oh, I like that.
Pyloon.
Let's name him Pyloon.
All right, Pyloon. We'll learn your last name later.
Yeah. Pyloon, you have a friend and a barkeep on Quensit.
People write this down,
Yeah.
and they take the baby off. We're gonna make sure that they're okay.
That's a good call. We didn't necessarily do a great job.
We're not equipped.
The fact that you took the time to take a child to us says a lot about your character.
Not too much though.
Don't let it.
I don't want to be known as soft.
Well, of course.
As your fur is being pet.
Yeah. And got all the worms out.
Thank you. Thanks. I feel much better now.
Are you two by chance looking for work?
Is there like
This is,
money involved or just more information?
we could probably come up with something if you're willing to take the work.
I'll do almost anything for money, so
I'm gonna take the moment to just get a quick aside with Felicity. Don't think these people are worth anything on like a financial level. If we take a job, we're not. I don't think we're gonna come out ahead. I mean, we can ask. I just want to let you know.
it'll probably be interesting at least.
So
We
now
might
we're
be able
taking
to-
jobs because they're interesting.
We might be able to rob somebody on the job.
We could rob somebody on any. Okay, let's ask. Okay.
Yeah, what's the job?
I love a small conversation.
Yeah.
There are a number of Samsarans who have gone missing in the forest to the west, and we're starting to get worried because there's no sign of them. We're not sure if they're being kidnapped by vampires or if they're being murdered. There's no trace of them at all. The only thing that we found is occasional spots of their blood,
It's a little concerning. I
Yeah.
can see. I can see
including
where that's
children
coming from.
and adults. And we know they're going to be reborn, but it's dangerous, and we would really like to be able to go to the forest for supplies if need be.
Okay. I mean, we can check out the
Hey,
forest.
take
Okay.
a peek.
Take a peek. Take a peek.
This does need to happen now, so feel free to take the night to
I
rest.
do really need a nap.
Yeah, let's take the night.
We'll get you set up in the room. Do you want separate rooms, all three of you, or do you want?
I would love my own room.
I'll sleep wherever's easy.
Tech-Tune's like, we could share a room.
I'd like that.
All right, you get set up in rooms. They give you a they give you a king-size bed, which is very rare.
Aww.
And you get this plush bed. It appears that in their time, since they stay at home a lot, they build it into a very nice home. There's not indoor plumbing, but they do have fireplaces and it's heating water already for baths or face washing or just general cleanliness.
Felicity's bed is, this beautiful soft oval shape with like a light barrier with like a little divot towards the center of the barrier. It's soft, plush cotton underneath.
I'm sorry, are you the DM?
Oh, you don't like your pet bed?
Just remember, what animal has a sword?
Does have a sword.
That was hysterical.
Me! I have a sword.
Yeah.
All right. Tectoon's like, do you want to take the bed?
I'll take the bed.
Okay. Tectoon curls up on one of the chairs.
Oh.
Tecton, you can have the other half of the bed.
Are you sure?
I just don't. I don't know. Molly's not ready for like.
What?
She's not ready for this.
I think
Not
you're
ready for things to go so far.
too
Okay,
far
yeah.
into
Tectoon,
this.
you can share the bed.
Tectoon curls up on the other side
I
of the
just
bed.
warn you, I do have night fits. So just leave a good arm's length. Yeah.
I can do that.
I get a little violent when I sleep.
Okay. Do you need me to cast sleep on you to help you sleep?
I'd like that.
Aww.
Are you ready?
Can I read for 5 minutes real quick?
Sure.
Yeah, just,
Tectoon starts writing notes
Molly picks up a book.
by the light of a candle.
Molly picks up a book, tries to read. I'm just like, all right, you just do it.
All right. Yeah.
Molly intentionally fails her will save.
All right. And you fall asleep. Are you doing anything before you go to bed?
She's just like stretched out, just all fours, splayed, just in the middle of the bed.
All right.
I won't probably fall asleep like that.
Perfect. You sleep through the night. You wake up to the sound of roosters and general birds moving about, and a general like quiet hum of people working underneath you, and you smell breakfast is cooking. There's a nice little sunbeam that isn't quite hitting the bed, but is hitting a spot on the floor near the bed.
I stretch my legs over the edge of the bed to like try and catch
Over that
some of the
oval-shaped
sun.
barrier.
Just my toes.
Yep, you get your toes right into the
Get
sun.
my toe beans warm.
Alright. You wake up, Tectoon has respected your distance. You slept very well, very soundly.
Yeah. I still wake up with like a
Tectoon is
loud
praying and
Yeah.
figuring out their spells. Good morning.
Good
Sorry.
morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Tectoon. Molly goes to like her like little alchemist kit and just like starts prepping her spells and everything as well.
Alright.
Just like quietly in peace.
Perfect. You spend your hour doing that. You spend your hour
Warming my toe beans.
warming your toe beans, heating up some water, getting set up for the day. You get dressed, and you meet up outside your rooms and head downstairs. There's an elderly Samsaran woman who is slicing bread for you guys very slowly. She doesn't appear to be in any rush, nor is she capable of rushing at this point.
Did we heal? Or do I need to roll?
You
I
healed
forget. I know we've
4
asked.
points overnight.
Okay.
I was already fully healed because
Okay.
I did get in that fight.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I was too busy throwing.
And then you
it
can
already.
use your like healing hit die if you would like.
Oh,
Overnight.
yes, I would like that. Another 4. Full health. All is good.
All right. No more patches in your fur.
Have some brekkie. Get going.
So they've set you up for a nice little spread. It seems to be a very simple breakfast. Meat, cheese, bread. Kind of set up for the day. The old woman sits down. Do you want to know about the people who've gone missing? What would be helpful to you? Unfortunately, we have very limited details. She adjusts her glasses that you don't really understand.
So there's absolutely no disturbance at the area where they went missing besides blood, like no tracks.
There's
no...
some, but we can't really find the location. We've looked, but
You don't know what time they went missing.
all throughout the day, normally around nighttime, not when it's raining.
How many people have gone missing total?
17.
That's a lot.
It's been over the course of several months, so
And you said it was all ages.
all ages, yes. Mostly children or the elderly, but there's some in between. No one has come back. We haven't heard from them since.
So mostly people incapable of protecting themselves.
Mostly, yes. My husband was one of them, but...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's fine, he'll come back to me. Or I to him.
Oh, so wholesome. And sad.
And if not, that means he's ascended.
Oh. That's very sweet. You're a very brave woman.
Well, life is different. I bet if you were one of us, you'd understand. And maybe if you're lucky enough, you will be someday.
I can become blue?
You can become a Samsaran. Yeah, you can become blue.
Whoa. Could live forever.
Molly looks at you confused, like, are you just really tired, or is this, like, truly a life-shattering realization for you?
I'm gonna remind you what my intelligence score is.
Okay. You don't need to remind me. I think I just figured it out. Yeah.
Do you have any questions?
No, I think just like times and locations, roughly, just your best estimate.
They give you kind of a rough circle, which is immediately
on
to
my
the
map.
Yeah, they
On
hold
the
it up
back
to the
of your map.
Yeah, they hold it to the light, and on the back of the map, they kind of circle where it's going to be.
Okay. And then just sort of, is this typically evening? Are they leaving in the morning?
All times of day.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we don't really know when they're supposed to return at all times of day.
Okay. All right.
We've tried to correlate and do expeditions on our own, but the people are starting to get scared. If you happen to find any journals out there,
Yeah.
you can tell that this is actually like a heartbreaking moment. We would love to have those back. They're our history.
We'll happily recover everything we can. I guess I do ask, is there anyone in town, obviously we don't want to risk the lives of any more of your civilians, but anyone who, is familiar, maybe does a lot of hunting in the area, understands that area that we could bring with, just...
I can come with you.
This is an old woman, right?
Yes.
Maybe somebody, no offense, a little bit stronger.
You're looking for someone to fight with you?
If not fight with us, help us if we get lost. Looking for more of like a ranger type.
She lowers her glasses. I am a very accomplished ranger. I may not be what I used to be, but I can tell you that way's north. And it's going to rain in 3 hours.
I like her.
Let's bring her. If you die out there,
I won't hold it against you.
thank you.
Just take my journal.
I'll be very upset. Yeah, no, we'll recover it. Don't worry.
She takes with her cane and walks up and hops on your wagon.
Would you like to?
Let's go.
Well, you can ride the wagon, but if you prefer, you can take death.
No, I'm at death.
Oh, yeah,
Death
you have
is
war.
mine. No.
Oh, you have war. You can take either death or pestilence as well.
That's-
I have death.
I think you
War.
talked about having war last time, and then you switch
What?
between the two.
Oh,
So
did I?
whichever one you want, you have.
I want death.
Okay,
Okay.
death. Death is Felicity's horse. I will have pestilence. I think we should probably we shouldn't take the cart necessarily. Let's just take the horses.
She takes her cane, pushes, and manages to swing one leg up over the last horse.
Oh, sweet. So she's on war.
Yeah.
Kind of offer, just like kind of gently push her.
Yep. And she steps on your hand and gets over. Thanks.
You're so welcome. You're so cool. And I don't say this very often, but you guys
She's
spunk.
stingy with the compliments.
Tectune climbs on your horse.
Yeah.
Unless you want... It's like we don't have a saddle for... was it Renegade?
There's pestilence, war, and death.
The other...
The other horse?
No, your...
Oh, the donkey?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not Renegade. It was Juniper and... Was it Renegade? What was it?
You know, with an R.
The Renegade is my shit.
Yeah, that was a...
Rascal.
Rascal, yeah. We don't have a saddle for Rascal.
Okay.
So we can just...
Can I share with you?
Yeah, no, hop on.
Okay. So many R's.
Yeah. I was like, the wagon's the Intrepid. I know that.
Oh my god.
There's the woman says, "We'll take care of your cart and your animals. They'll be over by the guard station.
Thank
if
you.
Need us."
Do we bring the peacock, Tectoon?
Oh, of course.
Okay, peacock's on.
Yep. Peacock just kind of settles
Yeah.
on the packs on the back of the horse.
Sweet.
Do you have everything that you need packed on you or the horses?
Yeah, so I have like the basics for my bombs prepared. I don't actually. I prepare them as part of the standard action to like get them active.
Okay.
But I have my infusions with me as well. They're all set up.
And you...
I carry most of my gear on me.
Perfect.
Yeah.
The woman pulls out a bow and a quiver and just like...
You don't get out much, do you?
No, it's exciting. They don't like me to go out because I'm old. And your wisdom is important.
It is true.
So we're going. And she sets off. And she starts riding off at full speed towards the forest.
Wait, what's your name?
All right, we gotta
It's Ruth!
Ruth? Okay.
Another R!
Okay. Hanging out with Ruth. Good deal. Is it a long ride?
At her speed, no.
Yeah.
You continue going. It's probably about an hour or two until you reach the forest.
Mm.
And she says, "Around here is where it happens." And she climbs down pretty effortlessly, slides down the side of the saddle, holding onto the footrest. And she points out with her cane, there's just this dried circular patch. Think like a dried mucus, but it's clear blood. She's like, "This is Samsaran blood."
Oh.
Can I make a spellcraft check on it just to see if there's any magical residue? That's a critical.
All right.
Roll to confirm, or is good. That's an 18.
There is a natural magic that kind of exists, but you can
Okay.
tell it's very degraded.
Alright.
So this person must have been dead for quite a while. But there doesn't seem to be any evidence of magic here in the past. Without a detect magic spell, you wouldn't be able to detect the auras
Yeah.
per se. So
I guess I just share. It's like, it doesn't seem particularly magical. I'm not getting any weird residues, but I'm also not trying that hard apparently since I don't have detect magic.
and you watch as she points. Just you see these little. So there's like conical depressions. They don't come down to a very tight point, but there's definitely like a rounded tip, and she points at a series of them. These are around all of the areas where they seem to have disappeared, but the tracks seem to fade at some point.
Was it like a single conical impression or like
It's
a pair?
It's not a pair. There's like a series of. They don't seem to follow a pattern, so it's not like a paw print where it would have like say a certain number of pads. It's an individual.
Do you have high nature? Can you?
I have great nature. Let's think about that.
It?
Yeah, just a creature that might have something like that. That's an 8.
Insects, creatures that have kind of like crabs, so basically like a crustacean, mostly, or an insect.
So insects, crustaceans. I also just am curious about a peg leg. Knowing having spent as much time around pirates as I have, what if these just like
it could, but it sinks pretty far, so it'd be a very heavy person with a peg leg.
I try to think about.
There's also no other
pirates.
footprints besides the scuffle of the Samsarans. It appears to be, but they kind of disappear after a while.
Okay, well I'll just point out insects, crabs. I'll make a comment about peg legs, but also share that maybe I feel less confident on that, having thought more about it.
Do the tracks go in just like a general direction?
It feels to be kind of a scuffle. There's several, but they just appear to be in patches under the forest canopy because you're surrounded by it. So it appears to be kind of localized around like a 10-foot radius.
And there's no damage to like trees or anything.
No, much roll perception just
Yeah.
else you notice.
Just to look up. I'm not beating that, so.
It's a 19.
There are some broken branches. There's not a whole lot going on in the trees itself. There are some patches of like what appear to be fibers, like a clump of fibers in a few places. Unremarkable.
Like
they're not
clothing.
Yeah, clothing or silky, but they don't appear to have any adhesive or anything to them. They're just kind of scratched around.
So, spidery?
Yeah, spidery would be
A little
close.
spidery? Okay. Alright. We're back on the bug train.
You do notice that there's a couple of those conical imprints on the trees themselves, though.
I mean, should we just hang out and set a trap? We've got a Samsaran.
Do we both make really awkward eye contact with her right now?
You don't know if you're making eye contact with her, but you're looking at her eyes.
Let's all look at her, make contact with her eyes. Tech-Tune, I need you to look at her a little awkwardly, put some pressure on here.
Hell yeah!
Bait?
I'll go one.
Heck yeah!
She's just...
Alright.
Okay.
You said you have a lot of experience.
I do.
Okay. Feeling cozy about this?
One way or the other, I'll be fine.
You should know that we're highly capable fighters.
I know.
Thank you. Okay, so...
I heard the stories.
Yeah.
Tech-Tune has been very kindly informing me on our journey.
Do you want to check the stream real quick? I'm getting a spin.
It's probably the Wi-Fi on
Okay,
the iPad.
no worries. I just wanted to make sure since I'm
Good
seeing
check.
the spin.
Yep, we're doing good.
Okay, perfect. Tech-Tune, do you have like a pass without trace style ability? I don't know all the names of the Pathfinder spells, but like the
Are you looking for something to hide yourself?
something to help hide, because I'm very
I
good
think the
at
pass
hiding.
without a trace would basically be what...
Yeah, I think it's plus 10 or something like that to hide
Yeah.
your hidden nature. I just know that you're going to need a little bit of help there.
Whatever do you mean? I did okay on sneak. I have a +2.
We can do hide from animals.
Hide from animals? What about hide from like insects? Or just insects fall into animals?
I don't know. That's a good question. Let's find out. I would print out all of these spells, but
I mean,
No.
it's
some
already...
spells. Is that one of those classes that just has access to all the spells at all times?
19
Oh my
pages of just...
God, yeah, no.
And you're shit at climbing, right?
I have a potion for it.
Because I was
Actually,
kind of,
I should get a tree.
I was
Animals
kind of
cannot
thinking
sense.
we leave Ruth with a horse and a camp
Yeah.
in this area. We go up.
I don't even think we need to leave her the camp.
I don't think... Oh, is that actually... Oh, that's level 1. Okay. Oh, okay. It, for some reason, added level 0 at the top of every page. I'm like, how is this a level 0 spell?
Oh.
But yeah, 10 minutes per level, 1 creature touch per level. So, it doesn't include insects, but I don't think there's an insect equivalent.
Okay. So, we wouldn't think it would help with insects.
Or are we saying that they fall under?
I think that they would. There's not a hide from vermin
Okay.
equivalent, so I'm just gonna double check that there's not something I'm missing.
I mean, even if, like, it doesn't actually do it, if you think it would be reasonable for our characters to think it would.
It would help with things such as blind sense, scent, and tremor sense.
Okay, perfect.
So
Those are all important. I think we should cast it. I will get in the trees. Tech-Tune, can you climb well? I mean, sorry. Is that racist?
I got sticky feet, right?
You can just hop right up there.
You don't remember? We talked about this.
Oh, we did?
We did.
Okay. Oh, yeah, no, you can climb.
That's Ivana. I'm like, how can I fly?
Tech-Tune's fly speed?
We're
Okay.
just,
That's terrifying.
just
God.
no flapping or anything, just a rising. Yes,
The
I can
floating
climb.
frog.
Okay.
Just
Yeah.
he
So,
scuttles up into the trees after touching you guys and...
Yeah. Okay, so we should, I know Tectoon and I should be up high. Do you want to be down low for the melee stuff since you don't really have range? Or, and then you two can, like, fight together, like, you and Ruth?
I mean, I could just hang out with Ruth. That's probably not enough to deter her.
Well, if we know only Samsarans have been captured, it might be smart to try and...
There's only also... there's really only Samsarans in
available.
this town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Just have 2 there. Ruth, do you know if groups of 2 or more have ever been disappeared?
Yes.
Okay. Then yeah, I feel confident about that.
You're okay?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You better
Are you
be.
okay? I'm okay. Are you okay?
Okay. I'll be fine.
Are you good?
I've been fine for 160 years.
That's a really long time.
It is a very long time. At least. Well,
Sure.
this lifetime.
Right.
I think that's how long Samsarans. I think they can go for 200 years.
So you're like extra good. You're like gooder than good.
I'm gooder than good. Little weaker for age, but you know, you figure out what you can do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll just post up next to a tree and just wait.
She's like, I think we're just gonna have to walk around, so shall we go for a stroll?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds nice.
Okay. Real
Okay.
quick, before we go any further, do bugs breathe?
Yes.
Okay. I just didn't know if an inhaled poison would affect an insect.
Oh, I'm sorry. It should have been 250 years.
Oh,
So she's way old.
she's old AF.
Way old.
Like, Tectoon looks a little surprised and kind of whispers to you, Samsarans start to die at around 250, so I don't think she cares too much.
This is her last hurrah.
Tectoon, you're a wealth of knowledge.
For now. Just wait, I won't know something and I'll shock everyone.
I'm looking forward to it.
Will you two stop flirting? It's really distracting.
I'm in love. That's not true.
Wow.
Molly's not in love.
She's not in love. She didn't even want to cuddle.
No.
Doesn't
Molly's
even wanna
dangerous.
go.
Molly just needs a friend. And clearly somebody doesn't want to be that friend.
I'm a great friend. You just don't appreciate my type of friendship.
You're true about the second half of that.
Okay.
Are you looking for something before?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
So at this point, do you want to stealth in the trees?
Yeah, let's stealth in the trees.
Don't fall.
Oh no, so what I do is I take my monkey fish potion that I prepared this morning so that I have a climb speed.
All right.
10 feet, and I get up in the tree. I get up about 10 feet.
Okay.
Because I know that worst case scenario, if I can't like roll when I hit the bottom, I can take that damage.
Sure.
But yeah, I want to be off the ground, but not like super high off the ground.
And you're making it at a point where you can stand when your monkey fist potion
Yeah.
ends. Okay. Yeah.
That is a 23 plus whatever the hide from animals bonus would be, if it's there.
Okay. So you kind of stand around. I don't think, is there a save for hide from animals for the creature? Nope, they just can't. Will negates harmless spell resistance. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So you start to kind of wander around. They're trying to stay in this general area. They spend about 3 minutes and then they just kind of start walking into the forest. She's following loosely the tracks that are around. Just kind of general chatting with you. Just small talk, kind of talking about the weather, pointing out, like, oh, there was a deer here. You can see that right there. Yeah. Teaching you random facts about rangering that you probably won't remember and don't care too much about.
Mm-hmm.
Can you eat that? I point towards a mushroom.
Once.
Oh, okay. Do not eat.
But that one, it looks identical. You can eat.
How?
Can you make an insight check to know if I'd want that mushroom?
What'd you think about it?
Yeah, okay. Alright.
Would you?
Which mushroom? The one that you
poison
can't.
mushroom.
The
The
one
poison
that
one.
you can eat once.
The one you can only eat once. That's something Molly is very interested in.
What am I rolling? Am I rolling something?
You just hear from the trees.
I go over and I pick the mushroom.
Ah, shit! Before you go to touch it, don't pick it! Don't pick it! Don't pick it!
Why? I'm not gonna eat it.
It gets through the skin.
Oh. Well,
Oh.
you didn't say that.
Well, I didn't know you were gonna pick it.
Do you have a little pouch?
I'm not prepared for this.
Can we just acknowledge that Molly notices the mushroom?
I'd say you're picking it up. She hands you a little leather bag.
Thank you.
Turn it inside out. Grab. Yeah.
Okay, Molly. I'm Molly now. Felicity grabs the mushroom carefully and stows it.
All right.
I'm just running out of poison, so...
And she said, and the difference is that this one, you see the little yellow tip right here?
Mm.
That means it's not poisonous.
Mm.
So.
I thought color usually meant that something was poisonous.
Did you notice the other one was red? That's why.
You hear an obvious sigh from the tree.
Here.
Flip you off.
Try it. It's kind of savory. She breaks off the dirt part of it.
I take like a little nib.
It's not
of
bad.
it.
It's earthy. It's a mushroom.
Yeah, might be better with fish.
I agree. She hands you a little bit of a fish ration and continues
my God.
walking.
Good.
It's
Deal.
delicious.
Got snacks. Feeling good. Felicity doesn't poison herself.
You watch
Yeah.
as she takes a little glass. Wine?
Oh gosh, you just thought of everything.
Well, you can't go into the woods hunting without wine.
Felicity takes probably too big of a drink.
Well, look at you.
Yeah,
I gotta keep up, and she puts it.
Partying with Grandma.
Ruth and I are having a great time.
Yeah.
Ruth seems like a blast.
You're just jealous.
So you're
Molly is
walking
in the
for a
tree
while.
with us.
You and Tectune are kind of following in the trees as much as you can, I'm assuming.
If that's something we can do.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you're going slow enough and carefully enough that you don't have to make a bunch of checks.
Okay.
Between you and Tectune, with Tectune and his climb speed, he's probably helping you move about.
Thank you, Tectune.
So you continue to walk. Make a couple perception checks for me.
That is a 9. And that is worse.
All right. Now, why don't you make a perception check for me?
Just one.
2.
9 and then a critical fail.
Doing well. Doing
All right.
well.
So you
What was
both
that meme you sent us the other day?
Oh. Bert, have you seen my wastebasket?
Yeah.
Look me in the eyes and ask me that again.
God.
So you managed to poke your eye on a leaf.
Yeah.
Ha!
My one eye.
Yeah.
I was getting blinded by leaves.
Detection keeps you from falling. Are you okay?
It's just... Just be grateful for your depth perception, because one day it might disappear.
And we have you in the trees?
That was my decision. I'm standing by it for the time being.
All right. Well, let me know if you need it. And they kind of guide you over. Hold here until you can see again.
Thank you. I'll just, like, brace. Molly's just like, this is such a stupid idea. It should have just been on the ground.
All right. So you watch as this white filament shoots out from the bushes, wraps around Tectune's leg, and they're yanked from the tree to the ground and disappear. And you hear, ah!
Disappear?
Into the shrubbery.
Into... Hello?
We just gotta go.
I run
Go,
towards the
go.
shrubbery.
She's like, be careful. And then she points out, and you see a bunch of the little conical footprints and a fingernail.
A fingernail?
A fingernail.
Just a single fingernail?
Just a single fingernail.
Should I
That
just,
looks like it's been dragged.
Oh, it's
And
like
is embedded
yanked
in-
off.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, ow.
Should I just start this forest on fire?
I mean, Tech-Toon's down there. You don't want to set Tech-Toon on fire.
That's true. He can probably take less damage than us.
Hold off on the fire for just a moment.
All right. Yeah.
Can I attempt another perception check?
Yeah, so you're looking around in
Yeah.
here. You can get advantage because you know
It's a little bit
Tech-Toon is
better.
around here.
So that's a 15, and then that's worse. So 15.
So you start looking and you find a cave.
Oh shit.
And there's a bunch of like torn, tattered clothing and some bones. And a piece, there's a blue ear that's kind of stuck on a rock.
Do you want to take that back, or?
I think I'm good.
Okay. I wasn't...
Do you want me to go in with you? And she pulls out her bow and kind of like notches an arrow. Do you want me to keep watch? What do you want?
What do you want to do, Ruth?
I'm not as great as I used to be. I don't know if I would hold you back. I can also go for help.
But do you think you're safe out here?
Well, this thread came from in there, and I'm not in there. I think I'll be okay.
Maybe you should go get back up.
Yeah, at the very least, even if we die, then they know. Then they know what is.
She whistles for a horse, and all of them come up to her. And she's like, I rode this one. And she...
Whichever one you want.
Yeah.
Right.
Do you want me to... You stay safe. She takes out a little jar and hands it to you.
Thank you. I take the jar.
It's a glow paste. So if you can't see, you can put that on to track where you're going.
I have dark vision.
I'll take
that's
it.
That's a good call. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hand it to you.
Does Samsaran have dark vision?
You don't know. You can ask her if you want.
Do you have dark vision? Wait, can you see in the dark? Will you need this to find us?
It's morning.
But it's not... I don't think the cave cares.
Yeah, I think I like the idea. God.
Dark
That is fun.
cave.
No, we've got the glow paste. I think that's the call.
I can see in low light, but not darkness, so...
Same, girl, same.
Okay, so we should glow paste.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll be back.
Okay.
She rides off.
Please hurry. I don't like bugs.
And there's kind of this slow trickling of water that you hear because there's a nearby river, and it's going kind of into this cave area.
Okay.
You don't hear anything from the inside of this cave. It's about a 4-foot wide passage. There's pieces of this thread, and you notice that part of this is recent and it's very sticky.
Okay. Should I light my torch, or should we...
You have the ever-burning torch, so it stays lit but doesn't produce heat.
Oh, I just meant, like, do we think that's going to attract something, or... Like, how do you want to...
They know we're here already.
Alright, I'm going to light my
your torch so that we're
because
aware.
I have low light.
Yeah, I'm actually going to keep glow paste. I'm just going to apply dots kind of on our trail. So
the moment you open it, it starts to glow, and then you start dotting as you go along.
Yeah. Just like keeping my eyes up. It's like flicking it.
Are you going first?
I think, how much health do you have?
I have 22 health.
I'll go first.
Alright, so you're going
How much
first
health
and
do
you're
you have?
marking
23.
What the fuck?
I got high.
How do you...
I got high constitution.
Bitch. I'm the tank.
I'm the tank. I'm supposed to be the one.
It's my whole identity.
I thought your whole identity was cat.
No, my whole
No.
identity
Fish.
is just me.
You've got better
Me,
AC
me,
than
me.
I do.
Oh, that's right.
You got better AC than I do.
Yeah.
And you'll have
It's
better stuff.
But
later.
you have dark vision, so you should probably go first.
So you're going and you're marking and splattering as you go. You're walking for a little while. It's a very long cave. You still hear that trickling of water. And then... But it's echoing around this cave.
That's too many legs.
And you're starting to enter into this large cavern space. Probably 20 feet tall. You can't quite see all the way in the distance where it goes, but the trickling of water it's coming from multiple places at this point, mostly on your left where you're assuming the river is in the distance.
Is there like vegetation down here? Because there's a river?
Like moss, mold, not a whole lot of plants,
Because of the lack of
sunlight,
yeah.
but you're hearing a lot of that ticking noise. But it's echoing, so you're not quite sure exactly where it's coming from.
I mean, so we're just big open space.
Yeah.
There's no like obvious direction.
Ivana is near you and just kind of following.
Oh, it's good. Okay.
Yeah.
Find your daddy.
And you watch as Ivana's just kind of looking around.
Can we tell if there's any like offshoot?
There's 3 paths.
Which one you would go?
I look for the path with the most drag marks.
Or like fresh webbing.
Why don't you
Yeah.
roll perception?
Yeah, any other roll I can make on that?
Can I assist?
You could try and make a nature check.
I should assist you if we're doing that. I'll make a nature check. That'll be
You have
awesome.
Better nature.
Yeah, if you want to try and assist me, you just gotta beat a 15.
Ivana starts squawking,
I
just
do
kind of
that.
in a panic.
I got an 18.
Can I try and like handle animal?
Sure.
What's that under? Is that under nature?
Nature.
Oh god. Ooh, that's a 18.
So you're just gonna...
It's a, just. yeah, I know. It's freaking creepy. It's okay.
And I'm sorry, what was the previous roll?
Oh, I got an 18 as well
Nice.
on the nature check.
So there's an opening that you kind of follow marks. It's not one of the 3 that you saw before, but there's like a higher up recess area that you can't quite see all the way through.
Okay. Will you give me a boost? I need to reach the top
It's
shelf.
20-ish feet, 15,
Oh,
20
it's
feet.
20-ish feet.
I have rope.
We have grappling hooks.
So I still have my.
I think we both have rope and grappling hooks for sure.
Yeah, can I attempt to chuck it?
Yeah, I think that would be...
So just an athletics? Or
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what that would be, but sure, we'll do athletics.
Or it could just be strength, maybe.
It could be an attack.
What about a quick religion check?
Are you praying?
No.
So are we okay with athletics?
Yeah.
Is that-
Or you can make an attack.
or an attack?
You're basically just trying to get it to hit the ledge.
Is a... Wait. I'll just do athletics. It's 15.
All right. You throw it. It starts to slide and catches on a rock, and you check it.
Tug
You pull
on
it
it,
tight.
yeah.
Yep.
Here you go. I'll follow you up.
Okay.
You just have
Okay.
you
Yeah.
have better
I'll go
vision
first.
than I do.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go first. So athletics, or can I do acrobatics?
I think it's...
We're just climbing a rope.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I have too many notes.
What about a quick finesse check?
I love how you try everything. How about this? Does this thing count?
No. I think acrobatics is a reasonable.
Climb is
argument.
athletics.
Technically, it's spider silk, so you could handle animals.
Oh my god. It's athletics.
It's athletics.
Yeah.
Hey.
13.
Alright, because it's a rope,
Pretty
it's
good.
easier. So you manage to climb up the rope and reach the top, and you watch as Tectoon is plastered to a wall with this goop over its face, and there's this creature that is starting to gnaw on its leg. Very large, crab-like. It hasn't
Okay.
seemed to notice you. But Tectoon looks horrified.
Can he
Ivana
see
is
me?
riding on your shoulder and just freaking the fuck out, but
Oh
quietly.
god. Okay.
Just-
My handle animal is sticking.
Yeah, it's just pecking at your hat, just like trying to get your attention.
I'm trying to decide if I should do something in this moment.
Make your climb check to see that you
Okay,
make it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10.
You just barely make it.
I've got this freaking bird on
Yeah.
me. I mean, we could jump it.
Could jump.
I could try and grapple it.
No. That's
So
a
you
bad
get up and
call.
you see it's gnawing on Tectoon's leg.
Yeah.
Can I try and sneak up behind it?
Sure, why don't you roll stealth? You could also try and roll nature and figure out what this animal is. If you would like.
That's a good call. Let's do that first. Let's do that first. 9.
Can I try and
Looks like a giant crab.
That's the third 3 I've rolled today,
So,
on top of the 2 2s.
It's a crustacean, is what it looks like. So
Okay.
It like has an outer shell
Yeah.
to it, like protective.
Would I think crustaceans are mindless creatures? Would I know that? I get, like, with animals, it's like, it seems kind of hard. Because I know that insects can be.
You're not sure. You've never. Are you familiar with caves at all? I doubt it because you're more ocean.
Yeah, definitely more like ocean and like.
You're
urban.
not sure. It looks like a crab, so
Okay.
you're not
Must be
sure.
a crab.
Must be
Looks like a
crab.
crab. Smells like
You
a
can
crab.
roll a nature check as you breach the top and you see
'Cause I-
what's going on.
You never know.
Because I'm so much better.
You never know. Just take it. Just take it.
It's a 17.
This is a cave fisher. So
what the fuck is a cave fisher?
it's basically a giant crab-like monstrosity. It is a predator that dwells in caves. It clambers up cave walls. And it likes to use its filament that it can have one at a time to grab creatures. And then it reels in its meals and hates water. But you can collect filament and get its glands, and that's used for certain sticky solutions.
Hates water.
They are not very good swimmers, but a lot of people, if they're in a cave, they'll use like an animal as a distraction to keep the cave fisher from eating them. Okay, so you can't talk to Ivana, but you can talk at Ivana.
Can I handle animal with Ivana? Is that reasonable?
What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to get her to just like run screaming towards Tectoon. Like, or maybe just off to the side.
So you're trying to panic Ivana?
Can I have 2 beats?
Yeah.
Can we get out of the way before we do that?
Yeah, that's why I was suggesting like to the side.
Well, it's just a tunnel.
Oh, that's
right?
true.
It's like a
yeah.
little hole.
It's a ledge, so there's a little bit of room, but it's think like 10 by 15.
Oh, so it's just like right there.
Yeah, let me draw a map.
Yeah.
I would love to see a
Wouldn't
map.
that be
'Cause
great?
we probably got some initiative coming up, right?
Probably do.
Okay, I guess my concern is all my best damage is explosive. Lots of fire, lots of area of effect. So it's like kind
Okay,
of.
but there is a river.
Oh, there is a river.
There's a river inside this cave. We could hear it as we came in,
That's true.
right? Or stream. There's some sort of body of water.
Yeah, let me draw the little bit of water. I didn't draw a whole lot of these other areas. If you decide to go down them, I will make them.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me switch to
I see.
camera. All right. Tectoon. The creature.
Oh, it's medium.
Mm-hmm. Molly. And Ivana. Actually, white's probably not a great color. Green.
That's a good color for Ivana. Okay. Part of me is just like surprise attack it. Get some damage off quickly and early.
Does it have like
Claws.
a soft underbelly or something? Like, does it have a weak point besides the water, or is it like all?
It's pretty well carapaced.
Okay.
You could assume that probably the joints are weaker.
Sure.
Like with crabs, that's where you break them to eat them. So
Right.
the eyes, probably.
Okay.
Should I try this, or should we just try and get it to the water? Because if we just attack it and then bail to the water, We know Tectoon's safe at least. Or...
We also don't know if this is like the only one.
That's true. Can I make a quick pitch?
Yeah.
You and Ivana distract it, run towards the water. I try and hide and get Tectoon off the wall.
Okay.
That way we've got more magic from above, but it puts you and Ivana in a pretty vulnerable position down there.
That's fine.
Okay. Do you feel good about that?
Yeah.
That way you're near the water too.
Mm-hmm.
And so if more come, you've got a little bit of security.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, let's do it.
So, what's the plan? Sorry, I was making some rolls.
I'm gonna spook it.
You're gonna spook Ivana?
No, I'm gonna spook the creature.
All right.
Bolt.
Can I get to the far corner so I'm a little bit further away
Yeah,
from
why
you?
don't you roll stealth as you move into the corner?
Burning a story point.
Okay.
So, do you want me to use that to boost the roll? Can I just get like an unintended positive
We
effect?
can't boost rolls.
You can add a +1 to the roll, or you can use it to try and manipulate part of the story by asking for something.
Use it as a re-roll. That's what it was.
Yeah.
That we did erroneously.
So what are you trying to hope for? Or what are you trying for?
What am I trying?
You can either use it as a +1, or you can say, is there this thing? For example, like if you were trying to go into a roof and I didn't finish describing it, you could say, is there an open skylight?
Okay, I see.
To give you kind of an idea of what your potential is.
So, I just don't really think there's a...
What's your number?
It would be a 17. Okay, let's just keep the 17,
It's
actually.
a 17.
We'll just keep the 17, but won't worry about the story point, because I don't know what I would do to make it better.
Okay.
And what you're rolling against.
Yeah.
You don't.
It doesn't seem to notice you as you move across, but it does take another bite out of Tectoon's leg. Tectoon is crying.
Oh, God. Okay.
Does Tectoon secrete poison?
You don't know if it's secreting poison at this moment. Tectoon, you can't tell from this distance because now the crab is between you and Tectoon.
Okay.
So.
Okay, I immediately, draw my rapier and start, banging it on the cave wall.
And Ivana.
Yeah, freaks out.
All right.
Hey, crab legs, look at me.
The creature
Come on.
looks right at you.
Hi. And I want to bolt.
All right. So you immediately, are you leaping down or are you climbing down?
I am going to... I mean, technically, I can quickly climb, right?
The most damage you would take is 12.
Average would be 7.
I'm gonna climb down. I
Okay.
don't want to take any damage that I can avoid.
Yeah. So you start climbing down.
Can I do an accelerated climb?
Yeah, you can take your move and your action and just go down. All right. So you manage to climb down and just kind of slide down. Roll a d20 just to see if you burn your hands on the rope sliding down. Your paws.
It's an 8.
Nope. You managed to go down without burning your paws.
Token's
Ivana
safe.
goes for the eyes and starts pecking at it.
Oh shit.
Fuck, Ivana, what a boss.
Let's see. So, starts taloning at the eyes, and you watch as it just kind of digs into part of the eye stalk.
She a badass bitch.
That doesn't make any sense. Okay. All right. Roll initiative.
Lordy, lordy. This is a far departure from every previous initiative I've rolled.
Ooh, look
Yeah.
at that. Rolled a 15.
I rolled a 21.
Give me 1 second. And Ivana.
If Ivana dies, I'm gonna be really sad.
All right. So you said 20
21.
and 15.
Mm-hmm.
Molly.
Molly holds her turn, stays very still until the crab moves.
Okay.
So that I have a clear shot at Tectune.
Okay. You are holding and readying your action.
So do I have to ready an action, or can I just hold my turn?
You
like
can
push down in the initiative.
Yeah, you can hold your turn, or you can ready an action.
I'm going to hold so that I have my full turn as opposed to one action, so that
Okay.
I can move and...
Sure. So you delay your turn.
Yeah,
Let me know
my
when
turn.
you take it.
Will do. Yeah.
It'll be probably after the creature moves.
I think it's going to be right after the creature moves, if it moves.
All right. Ivana goes again for the eyes.
Heck yeah, Vanna. That's my girl.
And you watch as it rips off one eye stalk.
Oh my god, it's so sick. She's so...
She's rolling high.
Yeah.
Doing great, BB.
What if Ivana just kills this crab?
Peacock v. Crab. Who would
Yeah.
have guessed that the peacock would win? All right. All right. Felicity.
Yeah. Oh fuck. I guess he didn't follow me.
You had the surprise round.
I wasn't really expecting Ivana to like jump it. Yeah.
I'll be sad if Ivana dies too.
I know. Well, I guess I shouldn't have left the area.
Would you roll a perception for me?
Yeah. It's a unnatural 20. Fuck.
Coming down from one of those three areas of the cave.
Can I tell which one it is?
Not with the roll that you got, no.
Not with a 20?
It's echoing pretty badly. And it could be coming from multiple.
I guess I'll go back up the rope. Well, I don't really have anything to, like, blockade myself. If there's something else coming down another chamber, I'd just be, like, surrounded.
What if you got in the water, though?
I mean, what kind of body of water are we talking?
It's a puddle, but you could also try and stealth and hide in it, too.
Sure.
It's like a couple feet deep, so it's like a 2-foot deep puddle.
Okay. Yeah, I'll go hang out in the puddle, I guess. I think I can make that.
Alright, why don't you roll stealth as you get into the surprisingly warm water.
Ew. That is 15.
Alright, you crouch down. Do you have your falcata out?
No, I'm my rapier.
Okay. That's right, you already said you pulled out your rapier.
Yeah.
Alright. The cave fisher moves. Well, I guess Ivana's actually up there. Takes 2 pinches at Ivana. I'll be really sad.
It can't happen. It can't happen. I didn't want her
And he
to
watches
do
it
that.
pinches one wing and pinches one leg
Oh.
and starts pulling.
Oh, God.
Ivana's squawking in pain.
Well, she did fuck up our whole plan.
Gotta save the bird.
She fucked our whole plan. Now I'm up there being useless. If I knew I had to fight, I would have fought first.
Well, they did move.
And it now
Oh.
holds Ivana over the edge of the cliff.
Oh.
I mean, it's a bird. She's fine.
So Molly, is it your turn?
Yeah, Molly's gonna charge in and attempt to cut down Tectune real quick.
Alright. So, you're looking at, it looks like Tectune tried to cut, but it was very resistant. It looks like acid, fire, or some type of solvent might be useful, but it looks like a pretty strong slashing attack would help.
So fire,
acid, or slashing.
Molly's going to take the rest of her movement to go back to the spot she started in. Or I guess not the rest, but most of the rest. She's going to pull out a bomb, and she is going to throw it into the square that's adjacent to both the crab and to Tectoon. Right there.
All right. Do you have to make an attack to hit that spot?
No, I actually don't have to. Well, no, I do have to make an attack to hit that spot.
Okay. Why don't you roll to hit that spot?
I'm not sure what the attack roll is to hit a spot. Is it just
I'm just going to say 5.
5? Well, I definitely hit it.
Okay.
So
it's pretty damn close.
Yeah. So the webbing then takes. Where's my d6?
Do you need one? I have like.
Okay.
Three.
Oh no! It just takes because it's all adjacent to it. So the crab gets a reflex save.
Okay. What does it need to beat?
I think it's a 16.
Nope.
So they both take 6 points of fire damage.
All right, and Tectoon takes that as well. So you said 6 points?
Yeah.
As it burns away, Tectoon, ah!
Yeah.
And he falls to the ground, gripping one leg.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Molly, they got your bird. Tectoon, they got your bird. Now is not the time.
What? And then his face immediately changes.
Yeah.
All right. As it's Tectoon's turn.
Yeah, I did it.
Tectoon. Let me see. What would Tectoon know?
Man, what would Tectoon know?
We're finding out. You watch as Tectoon gets that red lightning between his fingers as he walks up.
It's like Sith Lord.
And just and he watches the shell of this creature start splitting.
Oh my god.
Darth Tectoon. Does it hiss like a lobster's?
A little bit. A little bit. And the creature falls and drops Ivana. So.
They both go over?
Yes. They start to fall. They're going to take a second to actually go there. Let me draw.
Expert.
Beautiful.
And Tectoon's like, Ivana! Oh. So, that's not his turn yet. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't get that right. So these two cave fishers. They do not notice you
Thank God.
in the water.
Thank God. Because they can shoot sticky stuff.
I'm just imagining you just like Knives Out. It's like the cover of that Thundercat album where it's just like right here.
Ivana glides.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Ivana. I was so worried she was just gonna fall.
And crashes into the ground.
She's probably not doing great.
Her wing's not looking very good.
Yeah.
Might be broken. Leg might be broken too. She squawks, and the cave fishers notice where she lands. Felicity.
Can I hold?
Yeah.
How much? I wouldn't know how much movement they have. Like, can they make it to Ivana in a turn?
Their filament that they use to grab Tectoon is at least 50 feet.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I probably can't take two of them. Are you? I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna hold my action.
Okay.
Until Molly and Tectoon move.
All right. Molly.
Okay. Molly, does Molly notice those crabs? Would
You hear those crabs.
Okay. And she's got 60-foot dark vision, so she'd probably see.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the lip of that hole. Like right, maybe in front of Tectune. Oh yeah, actually that's a great spot.
Okay.
I am going to prepare my super dangerous bomb. Let me do some. She pulls out the big, round, goofy-looking metal one.
The cartoon bomb.
Yeah. So
You light the fuse.
Yeah. Yeah. So only +3 to this, but I'm going to try and directly hit number 2.
Okay.
It's a 6.
Oh,
That does
man.
not hit.
So it's just a fucking D8.
Or D10.
It's a D8 for the spaces around it.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense.
So it's a 1, so it'd be right up top. It doesn't really matter where it hits though. So
So, like...
yeah, basically all it means is that it deals splash damage to it instead of direct damage. So
And it's a firebomb, right?
yeah, so it takes 7 points of fire damage and 7 points of piercing damage.
All right. So you watch as one of the claws is blown off of this crab, and I need you to roll the full damage
Okay.
for the cave.
Full damage for the cave. So 9 plus 10. So 19, we'll say the first 11 is fire. The second 8 is piercing.
Okay. There's kind of a shudder through the cave, and you
Yeah.
don't see any effects from that yet. But the
Okay.
crab is definitely not looking good. And they seem to you seem to have drawn the attention of both of those crabs.
So I move 15 feet.
Yes.
Can I move the remaining 10 feet to get back behind Tectune, or is that not cool?
You can't really split it after an action.
Okay, no worries.
Unless you have a feat to do that.
I do not. So
Okay.
let's stay there.
All right. Tectune, you watch as he kind of draws his sigil, and you watch as his body starts to stitch together a little bit. And it looks like he can walk again, and he goes, I've got to save Ivana, and starts climbing down.
Okay.
And he starts working his way down to go save Ivana.
Yeah.
Just kind of like full on geckoing it. And he's booking it. Cave Fisher 2.
Missing its claw, but sees me.
It does. What's your AC?
My AC is 26. No, it's it's 14 since I never did get that leather armor.
And you are stuck right in the chest by that filament. And you feel it starting to tug on you, but it hasn't quite pulled all the way.
Okay.
3. Shoots a threat at you.
Okay.
Does not hit and shoots right past your head.
Molly's just like wide-eyed, just like like all she's thinking about is the window in the inn.
All right. Ivana starts moving over and just
Aw.
goes over and nuzzles briefly Tectune. Felicity.
Yeah. I am going to do something stupid and attempt to drag number 2.
All right.
No.
Oh, into the water.
What?
It's attached to me.
That line might break. I
I don't know if it will.
You don't know if it will?
Well, I mean, you can try. I just like it's attached to me.
Okay. I guess I'll save
I can
that.
I can take 2d6.
I don't want you to have to do that.
Could you drag 3?
3's not... it's only a 5 foot... Unless I exceed by 5 or more. It's only a 5 foot drag.
So you have to exceed by 10 to get it.
So
You
by
can also-
every 5...
You can also
that
try
I
and cut
eat.
the thread. You can attack either of the creatures.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get an advantage here because they are so, like, armored.
Mm-hmm.
Just go for 2. Just drag it to the water. I'll survive.
No.
Even if it does pull me.
No, I'll just try and cut the line.
All
Because you
right.
said slashing.
Yeah.
A good slash would probably do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It has so. Just because you guys have probably figured this out, it has damage reduction 15, except for slashing.
Okay.
Oh,
And I figured, and I created that fire and acid would make sense just because.
okay. Reasonable.
Spider silk is pretty flammable.
Yeah. I'm always burning spider silk.
I know, it just such a waste.
Can I...
So you can attack the filament itself.
Right.
Or you could just kill the fucking crab.
I mean, but either way, you're still attached, right? That was the whole point.
Yeah, but if it's not pulling on the thread, that's not as big of an issue. So if you'd rather just attack the crab, I would understand that as well.
Okay.
I would just trust your... I mean, if you want... Sorry, I don't mean to make you, like, second guess. I just...
Okay. I'm just gonna attack the crab.
Alright. So you move up to the crab.
Do I get any... Because I was stealthed. I mean, I know I don't have any skills for, like, surprise attacks or anything like that.
I don't think so.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to have noticed you because it's kind of focused. So theoretically, you could have gotten sneak attack if you had something on.
Right.
It,
Okay. Where's my... 7 plus... It says 16.
that hits.
Okay. And that is 9 damage.
All right. As you go in and you stab through it, you pop out the top of its skull, and it collapses.
Oh. That's a lot squishier than I thought it was going to be.
I love these dead crabs.
Aww. It's kind of cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot to give this one legs. Well, actually, it's missing an arm. They look like also eyelashes, so. All right. Oh, that one. Done. Molly.
Okay.
You now have a limp piece of thread. And
Yeah.
the other thread that's running by your head down to the other cave fisher.
Fucking ride that thread, bitch.
Oh, God, that would be so sick. Could I negotiate an acrobatics check to ride the thread to the kingfisher?
If you have a way to keep yourself from sticking to the thread,
What if I were to ride a sling?
you could try.
It's just so sick to pass up. I'm gonna try to zipline it. I'm gonna spend a story point to like have the thread be a little less sticky if possible.
Okay.
Maybe just sticky at the end.
Why don't you make your roll, and I'll take your story.
Got you. It's a coin, you gotta flick it. Acrobatics?
Mm-hmm.
20. Dirty 20, though.
You take your sling, take Tectoon's blood,
Mm-hmm.
wrap your sling in it, and you jump and you start sliding down that thread, not sticking because you have Tectoon's blood coating it.
I'm coated in blood.
All right, so you're speeding down towards it. You're going to hit it with your boots.
Yeah. That's
All right.
okay. It's cool enough that I don't need to do damage.
Roll a hit.
Roll the hit.
Yes.
Just like a strength roll, like a strength-based attack.
Add your base. Yeah.
So 11.
All right. That does not hit,
Mhm.
as you're not used to using this type of movement,
Mhm.
but you manage to swing around and land behind the cave fisher.
Sick.
Good job.
Yeah, I did it. I took -1 on melee attack rolls right now.
Tectoon starts healing Ivana.
Thank you, Tectoon.
Ivana grows a feather just right back. Just Blair, that looks uncomfortable, but otherwise okay. The two are reunited. The Cave Fisher 3 swings around at you.
Do it.
And...
My AC is still 14.
Alright. It pinches at you twice with claws. You take 10 points of damage as it pinches your arms.
That hurts. Flipping arms.
And then there's you see these little pinchery teeth underneath its head that start
gross.
reaching out towards you.
Gross. Gross, gross.
Ivana. How fast do you move, girl? Starts flapping and gliding over.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't make it very far, but keeps squawking.
That's okay.
Felicity.
Yeah. Flank number 3 and take a swing.
Alright, roll to hit. And add 2.
Above a 20.
That hits.
Yeah. I don't get any bonus to damage from flanking.
No, just to hit.
Okay, just a hit. It's 5.
Alright. You pierce through the back of the cave fisher,
Ah!
and there's this blue blood that starts to leak out of it.
Ew.
It doesn't smell great, but you just smell like a faint odor of seafood.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kind of into it.
Yeah. I figured you would be. Molly.
Alright. Molly takes a 5-foot step back. Loads her sling and is just going to fire it straight at that crab.
Alright, roll to hit.
That is a 17.
That hits.
So she takes very little damage. Oh, actually 7 damage. Max
Alright.
damage.
You managed to hit your sling right where you had pierced it, and you crack through part of its carapace, and it slides a little bit, exposing the fleshy interior. And it smells a lot like seafood.
Oh.
To your delight and your probably aversion.
Ugh, just so done with fish.
Tectoon. Kill it. And your weapon becomes wreathed in fire.
Oh.
And you now illuminate the cave.
Oh. Do I see anything? See anything sick?
Roll perception.
Oh,
Nat 20.
shit.
Let's see. No. Nat 20 and a 19.
Few sets of glittering down this cave.
Okay.
Sets of glittering?
Sets of glittering.
Glittering things.
Like good or bad? It's a sets.
It could be probably eyes.
Probably eyes. Is the
Probably
answer?
eyes.
Yeah.
No noises yet. But glittering eyes.
Okay.
Just all the babies.
Oh, let's go kill some.
Yeah, I wanted to kill a baby since we showed up here.
Alright, so the cave fisher takes another attack at you. What's
So
your
it's
AC?
gonna move 5 feet out of her threat range?
Yes.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
You do.
Does it act first and then I...
Nope,
or
it
do I-
moves in order to attack.
Beach, I'm coming for you. Over 20 again.
That
To
misses.
hit. It
I'm
missed.
kidding.
I was like,
That's
what?
reverse on the dice. The better you do, you've really got to fuck this up to hit it.
So that's 8 damage, just regular. I don't know what the fire does.
Add 1d6 fire damage.
And then 2 fire damage. So 10 damage total.
Alright. So you slice into the carapace. 3 of the legs fall off. And you now smell sizzling crab.
god. Don't you walk away
Is it still
from
coming at me?
Yep.
What? Oh my gosh.
A little slower because it now is
Yeah.
missing 3 legs.
How many legs does it have total?
4 left. No, 3 left.
6, okay.
Yeah, so it's just... Yeah, because the claws count as legs, so it's like 8, I think.
Okay.
Okay. And your AC you said was 14 or 15?
My AC is 14.
Okay. You take 8 points of damage as it pinches you and starts like slamming you into the floor.
Molly is bloodied. Is it a grapple or just...
It's not a grapple.
Okay.
It's just an attack. That's just flavor. It's just like pinching and smashing. It looks hungry and angry and smells to you.
Yeah, not into it.
Ivana.
Finish it.
Ivana better get a kill. I don't care if I don't get a kill.
I
as
feel
long as
bad
Ivana gets
if
a kill.
like the NPCs get killed.
Why?
Get all the
I
kills.
think it's amazing.
All we did is just set up this sick murder for them.
Well, if you're okay with it, Ivana did kill it.
Yeah.
So Ivana puts its talons into its skull and rips out... Well, not its skull. It goes into its carapace and rips out what would be equivalent to its blood flow that goes up to its brain.
Oh my gosh, she's hardcore.
And just...
Oh,
and it collapses.
you earned that, Ivana. So proud
And
of you.
Ivana's just covered in blue blood and starts preening herself.
Oh, gorgeous. You're doing great. Can I go ready myself in front of where I saw the glittering?
Yes. So you ready yourself. But nothing seems to come closer, just...
I'm just here.
Mm-hmm. The eyes aren't moving, or the pears aren't moving.
The pears.
Are we out? Are we still in initiative?
For now. But there's nothing going on, so we're gonna keep this initiative unless something happens, but you can act as if you're not. Tectune comes up to you and is like, "Oh, you poor thing. Thank you for saving me.
Aww.
Okay,
Gotcha.
let's take care of you."
I could really use it. I have 5 hit points left.
You hear 17 points of damage.
I'm down to... I only have 1. I'm still like a little cut, but I'm feeling good. 1 hit point taken.
Tectune, you watch as everywhere that they've healed is now a new, fresh scar.
Ooh, that's sick.
Ivana, too.
Molly thinks it's really cool.
Although, scarred feathers are kind of weird.
Mm.
You notice it a lot more like in the way that they're growing on the face, but she's still very beautiful.
Oh, she
Always
is
so
so
beautiful.
Alright, so I'm going to switch away from this until we need to. So, at this point you hear those noises, but there's nothing going on.
Okay.
You can loot the cave fisher bodies if you want.
I'm more immediately interested in checking out
That part of the
the
cave.
glittering sets of eyes. What
All right.
they happen to be.
Sure.
But if Molly wants to loot, you do that first.
Yeah, let's go check the eyes first. I don't think... I mean, I guess we could get, like, the silky bits.
You can if you want to, yeah.
Yeah, maybe Molly will start harvesting the silky bits if you want to scout, and I'll just be right behind you.
Okay.
Make a nature check.
Crit, and then a 6 to follow that up.
You manage to extract them all perfectly. Tectune's like, you have to be, and you've already removed them. It's like, they function like poison glands.
Yeah, just like poison glands.
Just squirty poison glands.
Just gluey poison glands.
Alright, so you
Technically,
have-
I just hand him this wet,
Ew.
bloody pile of crab organs. Do you have a place to, like, keep these?
No.
Like a sack? Pouch? Can I just put them in your bag? I'm just like, I don't have good strength.
Ew.
It's really heavy. Thank you.
Yeah.
Love you.
Wraps him in his blanket and then puts
Oh.
them in his
We're
bag.
gonna get you a new blanket, don't worry.
Tectune feels obligated that you saved his life.
Thank you. That just might be worth something.
At this point, you move to the glittering eyes and
Yeah.
you see a bunch of Samsarans on the wall.
Oh.
And little cave fishers are picking at their bodies.
Oh my god.
You're not sure if any of them are alive at this distance.
Is it?
You can run up there if you want and start
Yeah.
scaring off killing crabs if you
Yeah.
want. Okay, so they're tiny. So you could go up there and you just kind of scare them off. Make an influence check to scare off.
Yeah.
Dazzling display. Because, yeah, you can do all 30, or everything in a 30-foot radius.
Yeah.
God, that's such a sick ability.
That's just I didn't write down whether check that was.
I think it's just...
So the influence is a 21.
All right. So as you swing your still flaming sword, you smash it into the ground. There's this little ring of fire, and they all skitter away.
Okay. Can I start cutting down?
Bodies?
Yeah.
Sure. So you start cutting them down one by one. You start to pull them all down. You're not really checking to see if they're alive. You're just trying to get them down. I'm assuming at this point.
I'd like...
After you get them down to start checking. Okay.
Yeah.
So you go in there. Tech-Tune is starting to check, and you're checking. Why don't you roll some... I think survival checks are what they are.
Okay.
If Tech-Tune's in there, can I come in too?
Yeah.
Because I've got okay survival.
All right. You can all roll survival.
16.
21 modified.
All right. And Tech-Tune. You manage to find 3 laboriously breathing Samsarans. 2 of them are children. 1 of them appears to be in their 30s. There's also, you find a human and an orc in this space as well.
That are alive?
That are dead.
Oh, that are dead.
But it's mostly Samsarans in this area.
Can I do another check to try and recover any journals?
Yeah, so roll perception.
From the dead Samsarans. It's another 16.
Sure. You managed to find the 16 journals. Some of them are damaged pretty heavily. Some have been sitting in a pool of water or blood.
Okay.
But you managed to find 16 of them.
So 16, we know there were 17 missing.
Mm-hmm. And how many Samsaran brothers did I say you found? Did I tell you?
3.
3
alive.
Yeah.
3 alive.
So you managed to find 15 Samsaran bodies.
We're still missing 2.
Yeah. There is a further branch off to this cave.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to loot the bodies for anything else?
I'd like, yeah, if it's socially acceptable. I guess it doesn't matter
It's
to
the 3,
Felicity.
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, you managed to find 14 silver.
Okay.
A couple like pitchforks.
I'm gonna leave the pitchforks.
A couple children's toys, a teddy bear. And a locket that appears to be made of platinum.
I'll take the teddy bear and the locket.
Okay.
So, of like the sickest in the room, of like the folks who are like their worst, like who is the worst?
The children.
The children? Okay, I only have 1 healing potion on me.
Okay.
I'm gonna heal the one that looks the most fucked.
Tech-Tune is like, let me try and heal him first.
Sounds good.
If
I'll
things
hold
don't
off.
work out, we'll go from there.
Okay.
So Tech-Tune heals both the children and the old man. One of the children seems to pass away as he's trying to heal them. You can try and detect poison and see if there's anything else that could be hindering them.
Oh, is that just nature check?
No.
Okay, that would be a 17.
There doesn't appear to be any poison from the cave fishers themselves, but the mold that is growing on some of their bodies, is toxic.
Okay. So I'm just gonna like point to Tech-Tune and see if we can't get mold off of any of the living ones, the remaining, because we can't get the.
You can
other
press
kid to
digitate
live.
it off.
Oh, I'm gonna press the digitate.
So
Molly snaps her fingers, just like I was gonna use this to get clean, but
and moves off. Do you have enough of them to do it on both people?
I can only press the digitate once a day.
All right, so you choose
The child.
Okay, child is now removed of the fungus.
The old man I can't do anything with.
You can try and remove it with poison safety has been very similar.
How would I be able to? Yeah, let's do a. Can I do like a craft poison check to do it? 9.
You actually squish a little bit into the wound as you're trying to get around. But Tectune comes in and just...
Yeah.
He doesn't have fingernails, but he takes Ivana's claw and just takes a nice little gouge out of where it was.
Okay.
They seem to be settled, but they're not waking up.
Okay.
Tectune's like, I'm going to stay here and make sure that they're okay. Why don't you go see if there's any more?
All right. Yeah, let's go.
All right, so you two advance further into this cave.
Fiercely.
The scuttling is like of the small little creatures is continuing. As you're walking, your sword goes out. So I'm assuming you pull out your torch.
I'll light my torch, yeah.
Okay. You continue to advance, and you find one body is strewn out on the ground. It appears like it was being dragged by the smaller cave fishers. They don't appear to be breathing. They are face down in a puddle of water. But you're welcome to search the body if you'd like.
Yeah.
You managed to find a wedding ring on them and a walking cane.
Oh,
Okay.
that's sad.
We're still short one body.
Yes.
Can we go farther?
Yeah. So you go further in and you find there is a child beating cave fishers with a rock.
Yeah!
Hell yeah!
Yeah.
My
Just
squire.
sobbing, just
Oh.
trying to fight them off. So
I'll run up and scare them again.
No, I'm just gonna run up and start stomping him with the kid.
okay, the kid screams as they see you
Oh.
coming in here.
No, it's okay. I know.
They seem to be about 7 years old, 8 years old. So you guys you stomp them and they just curl up into you and are just crying.
Hey, little guy. Hey, little guy. Now it's not the time. I know that we need security. We need our security blanket. You got that teddy bear?
Yeah, I hand him the teddy bear.
Yeah. Hug this.
I don't know if it's yours
Yeah.
or if it's that dead kid, but...
Does the child have the journal on them? Can we tell?
They do.
Oh,
Oh, good.
sweet. So we got all the journals. Should we take the ring and the cane?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You got the ring and the cane?
Yeah.
Sweet. So let's get out of this horrible cave. And then, yeah, we'll talk about blowing it up.
Okay.
Because I can make that happen.
So, are you going to be dragging or carrying the two injured individuals out?
I can probably... Can I attempt to carry the adult?
Yeah.
And then between Tectune and I, we might be able to get the kid.
Sure. And you're assuming you're letting the other kid walk?
Yeah.
If he's
Okay.
capable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hand him the glow. Oh, no, we don't even need the glow. Well, let's get the glow paste so we get a full trail
Okay.
all the way through.
All right. So you're continuing to walk through the cave, dragging these people behind you. And you see Ruth barging into the cave, and she's got a sword that she's barely dragging.
No. It's fine. It's fine. We got it.
And you see as she grabs the small child.
Oh,
Elliot, it's okay.
oh.
Oh, God, what is the douchebag's name? Sorry.
Which is also actually my fake name. Like, if
Oh.
I ever need to get one, it's Elliot.
Elliot.
Mm-hmm. So,
Yeah.
Dick.
and you
Well-
see that there's a few Samsarans that are carrying various weapons.
Okay.
And
Just gonna point them to the bodies.
the two living ones, or you're gonna guide them down to the other bodies?
Actually, let's guide let's guide them down to the bodies. We'll get the two living ones back to the village.
Okay.
And I want to take a moment with Ruth and just if I can get the cane and the ring from you,
Yeah.
just kind of hand them to her and just point down the hall.
Yeah.
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 She
I
gives
don't
you a
think-
hug.
I don't think Molly's gonna do anything any more helpful than that.
Yeah.
I don't think
She doesn't
can.
say anything, but she just gives you a hug.
A hug back.
And she comes over and just gives you a hug as well.
I don't know, what to do.
Yeah.
I just kind of, stand there.
She says, "You don't need to do anything."
Okay.
And she just lets you go. Why don't you
She's
two go
probably all
back to
wet
the
and stinky,
village?
too.
Yeah.
You always climbing in water. Why are you always climbing in water?
So the
You know what?
Samsaran are very thankful, but they immediately immediately refocus to going into the cave and collecting their dead.
Obviously.
But
That's cool.
one of the children is who actually came with a pitchfork, is actually guiding you back towards the village.
Oh, thank you, child.
Oh my god.
Seems like everyone was really ready to take people out.
Fuck some shit
Yeah.
up.
So you make it back to the village, and the child actually lets you into the home and starts heating up baths for both of you. Well, all three of you, including Tectoon.
Yeah.
But Tectoon did not come with you. He actually stayed to make sure everything was okay.
Thanks,
So-
Tectoon, for being the better frog.
All right. So I'm assuming you guys take your baths. All right. Is there anything you want to do in this time before people start to show back up? The kid actually, like, knocks while you're in the tub and, like, sets fresh towels and then shuts the door in each of the bathrooms for you.
We should get the journals just in a pile. So they're all
just
like
in a
accounted
pile.
for.
Yeah. So you take all the
Put it on
journals
the
and...
table.
I'll return
Dry 'em
the locket as well
Okay.
that I picked up.
That is very not Molly. Or sorry, very not Felicity, I will say.
I'm keeping all the silver.
Okay. Okay, good call.
Someone will notice the locket is missing. So everyone starts to return, and do you just kind of hand off the locket to Ruth or someone?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know.
They start kind of dishing everything out.
Okay.
Ruth comes up and sees that you found the journals, and she seems sad that a lot of them seem damaged, but is very thankful to all of you that she grabbed it. She said, she kind of looks at you, do you want to see the library?
Maybe.
Tectoon's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like, will we be able to read any of it? I mean, it's all in...
You
Yeah,
might
it's
be
not
able to,
great.
but also this is, from what you've gathered, it's very rare to even see the inside of the
Yeah.
library.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Felicity's trying to be, like, cool. Like, oh, yeah, I
I'll
guess.
see the library,
Yeah,
I
alright,
guess.
fine.
It's just books.
Right?
Molly is genuinely just like, fine, okay. But she doesn't actually know.
It
why
didn't quite
would be
sink
valuable.
in.
Yeah, it's just like, it does. She's not processing that, like, this is like a rare thing to do. It's just like, okay, we'll look at the
It's a
library.
library.
Yeah.
So you enter into the library, which is all stone. It seems like they've been really fighting this fire issue that they've had in their lifetimes. And you go in, and it's just a solid wall with a single window where there's an attendant who's sitting there. And they see you with Ruth, and Ruth is like, I'd like to show them the library. And they're like, Ruth, I don't think this is a really good idea. We don't know who they are. She's like holding 17 of the journals, and she's like, we're gonna show them the fucking library. Open the band door.
Girl, Ruth.
Yeah, let's check it out.
So she passes the novels, and she keeps the 3, and she's like, I'll come to collect these.
Yeah.
And she pulls you into the library. Thousands of books just extending down in different stages. And she said, so this is where we keep all of the elements of our history as people and our history of the world as we know it. And she's like, so she kind of walks you through. So these are the ones that we've just returned. There's a massive index if you want to speak to Atreus, who is the individual who wouldn't let you in, who's an asshole.
I mean, rightfully so.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Understandable, but, you know, I kind of know what I'm doing.
Could we have him killed? I'm sorry, that's not in character. That's not in character.
So she walks you down and she starts kind of explaining what's going on. And she's like, so she takes you down to several layers of the library and starts talking about like the different eras in history. She goes down to the bottom and she's like, these are books who have not been claimed in over 5,000 years. What's left of them? And a lot of them are singed around the edges. We're assuming that these Samsarans have moved on and ascended past Samsaranhood and have ascended to their new home in one of the other planes.
That's a
Little intense. And
that's a long time. Felicity's like trying to do the math.
Yeah,
in her head
it's
of
hard
how
to even
many
comprehend.
lifetimes that is, and she can't do it.
And then she kind of holds up this one book that's kind of suspended in a sphere, and she's like, this is the first Samsaran record we ever have. And she just, I can't even open it. I'm worried it'll break, but no one's claimed it.
So you haven't read it?
It's like reading someone else's diary. But lifetimes of their diaries. So we can, but think of it as absolutely necessary.
So you keep all of this knowledge, but you don't read them?
We keep them for Samsarans to reclaim. And the index is, if there's something that's an emergency, we can start digging, but there's thousands of books.
You guys don't have like a cutoff? Like if somebody doesn't claim their book in like 500 years, then it's like a free-for-all. We don't absorb the knowledge.
We can read it, we just don't check them out. Think of it as just a way to preserve, because if someone comes in pretending to be a Samsaran and takes out a bunch of our old books, which happened before.
She turns, Molly is like trying to wipe away some blue paint off of her face. Sorry, go on. What was that?
So this is where we have the wealth of our knowledge, and if you need help finding something, you can come to us and we'll help to the best of our ability. You're now a friend of our people.
Aww.
Oh my god. Friends? We made a friend.
Is that my first friend?
We didn't kill anyone. I mean, we killed creatures.
Bunch of crabs.
But like, I think this is our first actual good deed.
Molly's gonna sit on that for a
Should
second.
we treat ourselves?
We absolutely, one, yes, absolutely. Two, Molly's going to ask if she's like allowed to do some reading. Not of like the really old stuff, nothing like, I'm not trying to dig too deep. I'm looking for, in particular, I'll let her know, I'm looking for like weird, dirty political secrets I can find on the why can't I find his name? The Addison family. The Adson family.
She kind of smiles. We'll go talk to Atreus.
Yeah.
And she kind of walks with you. And she says, have you ever had Cave Fisher?
No, but can I be honest?
You don't
The
want to.
smell was divine.
We're going to treat you to some Cave Fisher.
Ah!
And with that, we're going to take a brief break.
Yeah.
I really need to pee.
Good. We got the blueberries.
And we're back. All right. So, you made it back to town. You returned everything. I'm trying to forget exactly where we left off.
We're leaving.
we were in the library.
Okay, yeah. And you were going to be doing research on...
Yeah.
All right.
Or they can do the research if they want, if that would be more socially appropriate.
Sure.
You know.
So you ask him for basically information about Adson.
Yeah. The Adson family. Over and
Adson.
Adson. Basically, the whole family, if I can get it. Because, like, if we're getting some, like... If I have access to old secrets, let's get some old secrets. Let's get some old family dirt.
All right. I need you to roll a percentile die for me.
30.
Oh, okay. Give me a minute.
And I mean, this is also something that we could come back. He could like bring to me later if you want time to actually think about it.
Yeah.
Just so that you're not on the spot for some like intense political intrigue.
Okay. I have a few things I can do. So you learn that the Adsons actually have a legitimate claim to the throne of the Ensign Empire, but have chosen not to take that for whatever reason. Like officially claim the throne or create any sort of civil war.
But they are aware of it and aren't taking advantage.
They at least were aware of it years ago, at least 400 years ago.
Okay.
I don't quite have a date of formation for the Ensign Empire, but that was at least the last most recent claim to the throne.
Okay.
At some point, one of the children was illegitimate.
So illegitimate child. Would I be able to tie that directly to Auvergne? Is that something I don't have yet?
You don't have the full family tree. You might be able to. The name of this illegitimate child was Olivier.
Olivier Adson?
Yes.
Dang, there's so much in this.
And also, the Ensign Empire has been heavily searching for something called the Cordova Monarchy. Which you can roll a society check on that if you would like.
I would very much like to. Give me just a second. That is a dirty 20.
So that was a thriving society kingdom thousands of years ago that just disappeared overnight. They built the moon tower. Anything we know about them is at the extent of the written knowledge. But they had a significant amount of power. And again, just gone.
Okay. All right. I can start there.
All right.
I think I've got some directions I can work with. That's so dumb.
You're dumb.
Aw, such love. All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do with your time, your night? You have some cave fisher skewers.
Oh, I'm just gonna tuck in and enjoy.
I'm skipping the cave fisher.
Are you having cave fisher skewers in bed?
Oh my god, yeah. Oh,
they give you
my God.
like a spicy mayo sauce that goes with them.
I'm gonna smell like cave fisher in the morning.
You have a fresh veggie.
There's some vegetables.
It's a sandwich. Cucumbers, sprouts, tomatoes, mayo.
Molly is taking full advantage of that bath since she lost her prestidigitation for the day.
All right. It's a beautiful purple color when you're done, mixed with the cave fisher blood, your blood, and everything else in that cave. But you smell great. There's a little bit of lavender oil that they give you for your body afterwards.
My skin.
And you're very soft. Tectoon takes a bath after you
Mhm.
and starts sewing his clothes.
Oh, poor Tectoon.
Poor dude.
I didn't realize I was going to be beat up so much.
Yeah.
I've become a more active member than I thought I was going to be.
Yeah, you know, sorry about that. But also it's kind of fun, right?
It is fun. I like you too.
Thank you.
He
Can
starts
I...
petting Ivana,
Aw.
who likes to curl up at the end of the bed and sleep.
Yeah. Can I offer to, like, use Mage Hand to help sew another garment while he's working on, like, his shirt or pants or whatever?
Yeah. Why don't you make a
Okay.
craft check?
Just base craft? Craft engineering? No. Jesus, that's a 9.
You roughly fix some
Yeah.
holes. It's not pristine, but it's passable. It's like something you would get at a pretty average shop.
Okay, I hand it back to him, just like, I'm sorry. You want to just... I can just cut this. You can redo it.
This is
It's still
great.
good. Okay. All right.
I appreciate the help.
Okay.
And
Well,
then
yeah.
you see him pull out his quill, and he pulls out the chronicle of you guys. Have you decided on a team name? Like, at all? Something better than Molly and Felicity? Maybe you two should talk about it.
We'll talk about it. Let's talk about it.
It'll give us something to talk about on our way to
Yeah.
Ellison Tire.
Oh, it's going to be a long and difficult conversation. I promise you that.
Ruby Riders.
Yeah.
I'm not there. I can't
Yeah.
suggest anything.
So, you do that, you go to bed, and you sleep pretty well. You wake up actually to some people having set out, like, gifts, like there's a jug of wine, a couple books. I'm trying to remember what the item is. A life wheel, which is one of those Samsarans, like how they could look into their past lives and gain information.
Aw.
Oh,
So-
cool.
It doesn't really necessarily work for people who aren't Samsaran, but you're always welcome to try. So, you get a few goodies.
Yeah. I'm going to ask and see. One, we could use some more horse food, since we have 3 more horses for the journey.
Are
Did
we
you want to keep
keeping
them?
the horses?
I mean, they're better than the donkeys. Should we keep 1 or 2?
Are you replacing?
Juniper.
I can't replace Juniper, but, like, I'm not attached to the other one. I can't remember his
Rascal.
name. Rascal? Yeah, whatever. Let's get rid of Rascal. The horses are better, right?
They're stronger. Yeah.
Yeah, they're stronger.
Okay.
Let's just keep 2 horses and let Juniper walk alongside. Give her a little break.
All right. Which horses are you keeping?
I think we should keep Death and Pestilence, and we should give War to Ruth.
I like it.
Yeah.
All right. So they start giving you all the items, and do you want to have a conversation about giving that to them, or selling the horse, or selling the donkey?
I mean, they don't really have...
They have a stable.
Do they want to buy it?
But I mean, like, do they have, like, money to...
You don't know. You haven't really asked about it.
Could I offer to trade them the donkey and the horse for a better suit of armor?
Just picturing Molly in an actual suit of armor.
Not like a knight's suit of
No,
armor.
I know,
but, like,
I know. That's just, like, where my brain went.
I'm looking for, like, some variant on, like, leather, studded leather. You know, if it's magical, cool.
Yeah.
But I don't expect
So
it.
who are you talking to about this?
Just whoever will listen. I'm just talking out loud. No, if
You're
there's
just
like...
musing aloud to
I'm just
yourself.
talking to, like, maybe, like, the mayor. If we stayed at the mayor's house, just having a conversation, being like, hey, yeah, it was rough in that cave, you know.
Did you want to talk to Ruth, who seems to be in control? There's not really a mayor.
Okay, yeah, let's talk to Ruth, because
Sure.
Ruth knows what's up. And I just gave her the horse, and I'm trying to get rid of this donkey.
Okay. How much is a horse worth? I should know this.
I would also maybe love an armor upgrade, but I can wait until we hit Ellison Tire
Yeah.
to do that.
Animals and transports. Horse. Okay. What's your max dex bonus?
My max dex bonus, I think, is 2.
Okay. And Ruth starts going through into an army, and you hear a lot of clattering. She's like, I think I may have something. How much can you carry? Like, what's your weight limit here?
Oh, God. What is my weight limit? Where did I write that? Is it here? Is it
It's in the carrying capacity.
Carrying capacity. Light 20, medium 40, heavy 60, but I am small. So it is a quarter of the normal height.
I mean, how much weight do you have left for this new set of armor, including your other armor?
Okay, if I drop the Haramaki...
Which weighed a half pound.
Yeah. Oh, God, I never did conversions on this. Just a second. Yeah, so...
So to put it kind of in perspective, like a chain shirt weighs 25 pounds. So
oh my
12
god.
and a half pounds. There are better armor, but
I'm level 2.
you also don't have any carrying capacity.
Let's see. I can actually carry... I'm barely carrying anything. Because once I do some reductions here... I'm just going to start writing it out so I do this. So...
Do you care about check penalties?
If we can avoid those, awesome. If not, whatever.
All right.
So I'm going to... Without that included, we are looking at...
Because if we gave you stone plate, it'd be 75 pounds.
So I'm currently only carrying 5 pounds, so I can, without the Haramaki, so I can carry an additional 15.
Okay. Well, if you want to get anything...
So wait, a chain shirt is 25, so a quarter of 25 is...
It weighs half as much.
Oh, I thought it was...
For armor.
A quarter. Oh, armor is just a half.
Food and other things are a quarter.
Okay.
So it'd be 12 and a half, but it... So, like, a chain shirt gives you a +4 armor bonus, +4 dex, -2 armor check penalty. So the check would go to anything like strength and dexterity based. So acrobatics, athletics, finesse.
And studded leather is +3, but is there an armor check penalty?
-1.
-1. Let's do... If a chain shirt's available, I'll take a chain shirt.
She pulls out this, like, clankily chain shirt. Here you go. You can have this one. Free of charge.
Well, thank you. Wait, armor check penalty, is that
So that's...
acrobatics, athletics, or just stealth?
But acrobatics, athletics, finesse, and stealth.
Oh, God, I can't do that. I could do studded leather. Screw it. Let's do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Put me in a chain shirt.
All right.
Oh.
12 and a half pounds, 20% arcane failure chance, which really doesn't matter to you.
I give her the Haramaki. Just say, you can keep this for the next small person who comes through.
All right. Do you need an upgrade?
I would love one.
How much can you carry in the...
So I'm currently carrying 30.
Are you good in medium armor?
I believe I'm trained
Would you want medium armor?
in medium. I'd have to look at. I believe Cavalier is trained with medium. But yeah, I mean, what are the penalties?
So, there's scale mail, which gives you armor bonus +5. Your max dex is +3, and an armor check of -4.
Armor check of -4. What does that mean?
So that means you would take a... Actually, we would have these because we've halved everything else to those bonuses.
Oh, sweet.
So it would be -2 to acrobatics, athletics, finesse, and stealth.
That makes this a little more doable.
Acrobatics, athletics, finesse, and stealth.
Correct.
That's what you said.
Yep. And your armor becomes +5, so make sure that you do that on your base and flat-footed, and make sure that your dex does not exceed +3. The scale mail weighs 30 pounds.
Okay.
Heck yeah, I got 17 AC now.
Do either of you want a shield?
I could totally use a shield.
No.
What's the armor check penalty on like a buckler?
-1.
Yeah, not worth it. It's not really Molly's style anyway.
Okay. What type of weapon do you use?
A sling. There's really no point in me using a melee weapon right now.
Okay.
But I use a sling, and then I have my bombs. So, I mean, if I had an enchanted dagger, it might help for like the +1. But
You can get a masterwork. That add a +1 to attack and damage.
oh, I can get a masterwork dagger.
Sure. They switch it out for a masterwork dagger.
Oh, thank
They
you.
don't charge you for anything based off of the cost of the horse and what you've provided.
Oh, sweet.
Is there anything that I could pay for to upgrade from a rapier?
Yeah. Are you looking for like a special material?
Not necessarily.
Do you want to just do like a masterwork? With a +1 to attack and damage?
Yeah, how much would that cost?
They won't charge you for it based off of what you've done, so they just switch it out with one in their armory.
Oh, okay.
Tectune, do you want armor? Or do you do arcane spells?
He does divine.
Divine?
Mhm.
We should get that boy some light armor. Does he want my Haramaki?
Let's see if you can hold it.
It weighs half a pound.
Sure, I'll take your Haramaki.
Sweet, take it, Tectune.
Actually, wait a second.
Or does he have better armor already?
He has rhino hide armor.
Oh yeah, he's set.
He's good.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joe.
Yeah.
Alright. So you now got upgraded, and also, you leveled up, so we'll do with that after.
Oh, yeah.
First dungeon, level up.
First dungeon,
Whoop, whoop.
we're heroes. Now, just this one time. Wait for us to fucking ruin somebody's life.
Yeah,
next
we're gonna
session.
fuck up Alice entire.
You're holding out for a hero till the end of the night.
Alright.
Sweet.
Alright.
Good deal.
Is there anything else that you guys want to get, supplies-wise?
I feel good.
We didn't really use too much.
Did we burn any supplies while we were in town, or did they feed the animals?
They fed them.
Okay.
So nice.
So yeah, if we can get just a little bit more horse feed, just to get this, like a week, like 2 weeks worth for one horse.
How much? Do you remember how much you used for that? We should really write this down somewhere.
Yeah, the problem is I forgot to calculate when we were buying it. I forgot to record how much we got, so I've just been recording how much we use.
Okay.
So far, we're down 4 days. We got enough for 2 weeks for everything, I remember, at least.
Okay.
But that was for 2 animals and the peacock.
Feed per day, 10 pounds per day, 5 copper pieces. And the peacock has been eating bugs and from Tectune's rations.
We got some for the peacock, too.
Okay.
Like initially.
Yep,
That
so
was
that
calculated
means
in
you
the
would
cost.
have a week for 2 animals?
So right now we've got 10 days for 2 animals and the peacock.
Okay.
So we just need basically we need another 10 days of rations for this other horse.
Sure. So that is 5 silver pieces.
Alright. Can we pull that from what you pulled from the cave? Is that okay? Because I didn't make any money? Or am I going to have to pay for that out of pocket?
No. You can have whatever silver you need.
Okay.
Yeah, and the stabling per day is normally 5 silver pieces, so you guys save some money there.
Ooh.
I'm all about a good deal.
Yeah. Just had to get bit by a bunch of crabs.
Not bit. Pinched.
Pinched. Just got pinched.
It makes me think of the D&D monster where they were in a cave and it was just crabs with fists.
The punching crab.
Yes.
Oh my god.
They had to draw it. It's just they have fisticuff knuckles where there's like, yeah, you want to tussle?
I love that.
Aww.
All right.
Sweet. Well, we did that. We helped them out. Got some
Freaking
insight.
leveled up.
We
Dad.
became friends of the community. You leveled up.
Now, it's almost 3 o'clock. We can keep playing if you want, or if you want, we can end it here and come back to your journey the next time.
I think this is a good
I feel
spot
good
to...
here.
All right.
I
Yeah.
feel like we did a lot.
Awesome. And we
Yeah.
can level you guys up before we go, too.
Woo!
All right. Well, thanks, guys, for joining us. Are we still thinking the 21st for our next game?
Yeah. Let me make sure. I should be set for the rest of May, though.
Yeah, because I'm good on the 21st.
I think I'm here. The only weekend I'm gone is Memorial Day.
Yeah, I'm good for the 21st.
All right. Well, we will see everyone next week.
Shit.
I have work to do this weekend.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thanks, everyone.
Bye, y'all.